Okay, I think we're live. Hold up. Let me confirm with my chat.
Chat.
Let me do a sound check.
Chat, is this real?
Okay, I think we're good. I think we're cooking. All right. We have one viewer. Is it me? It might actually be.
I'll be right.
Carlos, what do you mean you'll be right back? We just started.
Hey, when a man's gotta piss, a man's gotta piss.
What? I literally just started streaming. Well, we're live, ladies and gentlemen. We'll wait for Carlos, I guess.
He's back.
Carlos, we're back on stream.
Hey, how's it going?
What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the Mistborn Bookclub.
What's up, gamers?
What's up, gang? Gamers, Mistings, and Mistborn? We're back at it again with episode 4 of our Mistborn Bookclub. We're joined today by a new friend. Amy, introduce yourself.
Woo!
Woo! Amy, shout out to Amy. Chat. Yeah. Alright, Amy, like, went beast mode and read the entire thing. So, seriously, Amy, shout out.
Oh, not
Read
the
the
whole thing,
entire
not the whole thing. No.
No, not the whole book, but, like, up to what we needed to read. Alright, I did not take any notes, so I think it's best that we just continue from where we left off, which would have been chapter 17, because we read 16 last time. If you all remember.
Yes.
So, so I guess we can go from the beginning, but overall, just general thoughts. You guys liking it so far? We're almost at the end.
I feel like it slowed down just a tiny bit, but it was still good. Like there was like a good chunk of it's like more setting up the mystery of the Lord Ruler and of things to come.
Yes, I agree. Well, we're definitely going to talk about the Lord Ruler later. Any other general thoughts you guys had before we just jump right into it from the beginning?
Very fun.
It was very fun. There were definitely parts where I was like, this is... Come on. Yeah, very fun, very good build-up. Yeah, I guess let's just start right at the beginning then, chapter 17. Michael, I believe this is another ball chapter.
No,
No,
it's
that's the next
she's
one.
being. Oh, wait.
Sorry, Carlos, go on.
Oh no, I'm just looking and it's like I thought this was after she's like recovering.
It is.
Oh yeah, this is last time we did the first part, right? Like where we read the first chapter after.
Yes. That is correct. What happened in chapter 17?
Let's see, I'm heading there.
Was training or something? I think.
Chapter.
Well, Sazed is translating the journal.
So she
Oh.
just back.
It's like training with Kelsier.
She's like doing very light training, but she can't do any jumping or anything like that, like with the pulling and pushing.
Right. Trying to see if anything crazy happened here.
I don't think so. I think it starts like.
Oh, I think there's like a little bit towards the end of 17 when like Kelsier kind of explained how he got his power.
Oh, that's when he explains snapping, is it?
Yeah, when he got snapped.
Yeah.
He snapped.
When like his wife, right?
Yeah.
Thanos.
Capital snapped. You're right.
Yeah, and they talk about like pre-ascension time. How there were plants that had a pleasant smell. And Vin is like, what? Plants that smell like fruit?
Yeah.
Weirdo? What the heck are you talking about?
And it's like it kind of you start to kind of like see like a bit more of the world. It's like a little bit more world building. Like you see how like things were a certain way, maybe even like how life is right now for us. But then there was the ascension, and then of the Lord Ruler, and then things changed completely.
Right, because your shows have been a flower. They used to be everywhere, but yeah, no flowers anymore. Let's see. We learn what snapping is. I guess not much really happened here then.
For chapter 17, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I guess Kelsier
Yeah.
talks about his wife.
One thing I did think was kind of cool was like how Vin started to like regard the clothes more. Like she started to like appreciate them more, like for helping her stay undercover.
Oh yeah, the ball gown, right? Or
Yeah, the ball gowns, like the colors, like like how pretty they are, how like fancy they are. And it's kind of like, I don't know, it's kind of nice to see her mind change a little bit, like from being in a state of like necessity to a state of like, hey, I could kind of enjoy this, but also appreciate it as a tool.
That is pretty cool. It's
Yeah.
definitely experiencing more things
Yeah.
about life.
Yeah, it's like she's like able to enjoy being a woman.
Yeah, exactly. Because she's always had to like tone herself down for safety. And now she's like, dang, I want to step it up a notch.
Well, I guess not much in 17 after outside of that then. So do you guys want to jump to chapter 18?
Yeah, let's do it.
Alright, Amy, I kind of want you to lead the discussion on this chapter. Because this is an Elend chapter, I believe.
Is it? Let me repass through it.
Oh, you're kind of quiet. I turned you up, but I don't know how it will be for the others too.
Oh, yeah, you're kind of quiet. Yeah.
Oh, it's kind of far away from the mic. Sorry.
You gotta yell,
Okay.
Amy.
I don't want to yell.
You need to snap.
See, is this one where she meets that other soothing lady?
Sean. Elariel.
Sean, that's her name.
Yeah.
Yeah. Before we begin though, Amy, what do you think of Elend? We spoke about him ad nauseum last time. And since you're new to the club, you gotta give your opinion.
I'm interested to see where this character ends up with. I mean, I feel like it's a nobleman sympathetic to a cause, but at the same time, it's like a young boy, right? Like, how much of like rebellion and actual like from the way he reads, it's like you know he doesn't really know that much about the ska, based on the questions he asks. So it's like I wonder if the writing is leaning more towards he's naive about the rebellion, but he'll end up helping out, or if he's like naive about the rebellion and faced with real change, he won't step up. So I'm curious to see where his character goes.
Very good answer, very good answer. We were all, I mean, Carlos has probably told you how we spoke about Elend last time.
Yeah. I did hear that.
I think this chapter was a blast. Because you see Vin, like, oh, Ellen's probably not here. There's no way he would be here. Even if he were here, he would be on his own. He wouldn't be. And then, like, Ellen just plops and just drops his books on the table. Like, it's like a dang TV show or something.
It was very YA.
Yeah, this part was totally. I was like, bro, come on. Or
Man,
Vin
what are
is
you
like,
doing? You're in a different genre.
are you just gonna annoy me this whole night? And Evelyn's like, no, honestly, how could I be annoying you? I'm just sitting here reading.
I
Get out
know.
of here. But man, I don't know. I like that because you know why I like that? Because the embedded conflict, the foreshadowing and the seeds of the future conflict are becoming apparent. Like like everyone's saying like, oh, Ellen's just using you. Sazed is cautious. Kelsier is like, oh Vin, don't tell me you're don't tell me you're falling for this guy. Like the conflict is brewing there. You can see it foreshadowed. I think anyway. Do you all agree or disagree?
Oh, clearly, yeah. I mean, just from the well, this is for later chapters, but like they already kind of have an absolute view on nobles. It feels like nah, they're all bad.
Mm-hmm.
And Vinci but she's kind of like more has this conflict I'm seeing where she's like there you can see like the nice humanity, but that's kind of also future, but also there's other things going on with that.
Right, like Vin's like they can't all be like that, right? She's hoping they're not.
Hashtag not all men. Is what she said.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, it's weird.
But I mean that goes, and I think we're just gonna open the floodgates on this one. So I apologize, but
Oh,
that's definitely foreshadowing some Kelsier stuff. He views the world as, or these nobles as too absolute.
and you know who only thinks in absolutes?
Sifs. Oh no.
That
Well, I mean, does he though?
absolutely he does.
Absolutely, he absolutely does.
Say, oh shoot, that's an absolute as well.
Yeah, wait a second, no.
I
Like, are you saying that? Go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, you go ahead. I'll say it after.
Well, I was just gonna ask, are you saying like Kelsier views all noblemen as bad?
Yeah, he said so.
Oh, okay. I see. I thought you were talking about like all people. And I was like, wait a
Oh.
minute, there's like a line where they clearly like
Yeah.
Oh no,
he
no.
can trust people. Yeah, okay, never mind.
I just want to say I'm an
Thank you.
Ellen fan, so I'm not in the same.
Oh, there's an Ellen apologist.
No.
I see.
Hey, Amy, what were you gonna say?
Oh, I wasn't gonna agree with your point that I think he doesn't. I think he's a very cynical man more than he lets on. But I don't think this story is meant to be cynical. I think it's moving towards a place where he will trust them, and they will you know pay that trust to him.
I don't know. I think I'm a little more cynical.
You
Yeah,
think that's where the story's gonna go?
I mean, it might. I mean, we kind of had some sus moments here, not in this chapter, but in the reading.
Mm-hmm.
The
Were you saying
well, Michael, were you gonna say something earlier, or?
Yeah, I mean you can see it definitely like a redemption, like oh he'll trust others, but I could also easily see this like a tragic hero where his flaws he never learned to trust, and that can be his downfall.
Well, I think we're over. This is in the future, but I've kind of opened the floodgates. I think we're kind of overlooking the whole cave incident. Not at the very end, but with the army.
Oh yeah.
Like, are we?
Oh, yeah.
When I was reading that, I was like hooked. I was like, no
Ain't no way.
I mean, because the rest of the like the Ska Rebellion, it's like they're more so idolizing Kelsier than the mission or the goal. And I don't know. It just the seeds are there if it goes there. If not, then I'm like sweet, because I like Kelsier, right? I don't want nothing bad to happen. But I don't know. That's just what I'm thinking. Oh, the floodgates have been open, so if you guys have any thoughts, please jump in.
Oh, I guess I do like one thing that they touch on with Vin is how she began to get a little too comfortable playing as a noble.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought that was interesting. Like, kind of interesting because she sees the whole thing with the ska boy that they just kill like a couple yards away from her,
Yeah.
and they just treat it like nothing. Like even the guard looked annoyed doing it, not because it's like, ugh, I have to do this all over again, and it's kind of, and then that was like a big wake up call to her because she was starting to think, I guess the nobles aren't all that bad. Then she sees that it's like, what? No, no, no. And she's almost like in denial, and like I just like of what she just saw, and she's like, no, 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 that can't be it. And it's like interesting. She's like thinking what, and then Dachshund telling her they're all like this, and
Yeah.
I just thought that was like cool because she's like starting to see the inhumanity of the nobles, while at the same time starting to kind of lose that like thieving part, that like rebellious part of her by but just simply by living or pretending to live, be a noble. How like even just pretending, I don't know how to describe it, but like her empathy sort of kind of going away, or sort of starting to appease to the nobles because she just spends time with them, and it's like, oh yeah, and it's like interesting to see. Oh yeah, it is that easy sometimes to just kind of forget, like, or be blind to a lot of things, a lot of horrors that are happening in the world just because of your privilege.
True.
I think it was the chapter before where she was like deciding on like what dress to choose, and
Yeah.
I think she commented it's like, "Oh, what a strange, or what a different problem to have now than like before."
Yeah.
What dress shall I wear to the ball?
True. It just makes me think of that memers like when you hate capitalism, but you start making money, you're like, maybe it's not so bad. So
Yeah,
that's like,
exactly.
Now that I'm rich, it's not such a bad thing.
this is pretty cool now that I'm doing good.
There was a part in this chapter that also that reminded me of a meme where I think it was after Vin had danced with one of those other nobles,
Mm-hmm.
and then like I think they're talking about their age, and then Vin is like, "You're like 3 times, or what was it? Like you're like twice my age."
That was for Ellen.
Yeah, to Ellen.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
And he's like, "I'm like 21." It reminded me of that meme where it's like, "Wait, how old are you?" Guess. 36.
Oh, yeah.
What? That was so odd.
That's funny.
36. It's like, I guess we should, before we forget though, because a lot of things happen and I feel like she's overshadowed, should we talk about Sean Alariel and how she's a soother? Do you think that's important? Do you think she's cool?
Absolutely, it's important. What are you talking about?
It's because like Vin's a Mistborn, so Sean literally has nothing. And she might be good, but she's no Breeze, so.
I mean, it's such a big point. It's like, oh, she's a soother, huh? She's a soother. Tell Kelsier, oh, she's a soother. It's like kind of like, okay, this is gonna lead to something. They're not just.
I
It's-
mean, Vin is gonna have to pretend she's being sued, right? Like, otherwise, like, why wouldn't? It's gonna tip off something that, why aren't my powers working on this girl?
Right, she's got to play to it. And like, it's crazy because Vin totally knows her little secret or whatever, so it's a bit of an interesting dynamic there, especially because Sean has like this like, I'm so much better than you, but like literally she's not.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That is kind of funny.
What else happened here? Oh, the books that Ellen reads, they actually are like those aura farming books I bought. So, kind of crazy, right?
Oh yeah. Weather patterns of the northern dominance.
I mean, I would buy a book like that.
That's a fake title.
It's
though.
not even weather, yeah. It's,
Yeah.
It's anti
Yeah.
ruler propaganda.
Yeah.
Communist propaganda,
Bro
Johnny.
pulls up to the function reading 1984.
Wait.
Bro, where do you keep your little red book?
Let's just say, I think Ellen's really cool. What else happened here? Got Ellen. Confirmed Ellen has friends. He does. What else happened here? There's a lot I want to talk about in future chapters too.
What chapter are we discussing right now?
This is chapter 18.
Oh, okay.
With the ball. Vin. Wait, what's the Kelsier? Where's the Kelsier quote? Is it here or is it another one?
Wait, about what?
Oh, it's in the next chapter.
Okay.
Let's see. Okay, I guess nothing else really else happened here. Well, aside from what we already talked about, the ska boy asking for food.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Kitchen boy. Why do we think Sean wants to find those books that Ellen is reading? Oh yeah, Ellen's engaged.
Yeah.
Yeah, I totally
Okay.
forgot about
me
that.
I
Wait,
was like a cartoon character. My eyes popped out of my head. I was like, "What?
what was
Was he using pink?"
the way it was revealed was like, what do you know about Sean? Like, Sean Alarial? Yeah. She's nothing. She's no one important. He's like,
God.
Very sly.
she's no one important. No, I definitely don't believe that. Well, you could say I'm engaged to her. You're like, what? I gotta see that. Hold up. Okay, I know this part feels like YA, but it's just so cartoony to me. I really like it. Such as... Yeah, I can't find the quote, but I remember it being really funny.
Oh, I think I found it. Oh, wait, no. Oh, okay, yeah, it's page 302 for me. Not sure what that would be in your book.
Read the quote, read the quote.
Oh, okay. Are you talking about when he was surprised when she mentioned her?
Yeah, yeah,
She says, do you know a Lady Shan? Vin asked idly as she waited. Surprisingly, Ellen looked up. Shan? Hilarious? I assume so, Vin said. Who is she? Ellen turned back to his book. Nobody important.
yeah, it's stupid. What? Thank you,
one.
Val.
Oh, there's more. Vin raised an eyebrow. Ellen, I've only been doing this for a few months, but even I know not to trust a comment like that. Well, Ellen said, I might be engaged to her. You have a fiance?
That's something to definitely mention, I think.
It's a whole lot of, like, a whole paragraph of this silliness.
Okay, I guess that's it then. Shall we continue to chapter 19? Unless anyone else wants to comment on this ball chapter.
This YA.
This YA chapter. We can call it the YA chapter, I'm fine with that.
I just wanted to add, I liked that Vin stood up for Sazed in the beginning.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah.
And they made a comment. Yeah.
Yeah, Ellen
I
did
really liked
a
that.
microaggression, said Ellen. What was it at the very beginning, right? Because he like picked up like Ellen's books or something.
Yeah. And he made a comment like, "Oh, they're just like obnoxiously efficient" or something like that.
Yeah.
She's like, he's not obnoxious and he's a better man than you," or something like that. And I was like,
Yeah.
man, I respect that. She's
Yeah.
standing up for him.
I found
Yeah.
the quote. See now, that's why I don't ever use terracemen servants. They're an insufferably efficient lot, I must say. Sazed is hardly insufferable. He's a good friend and probably a better man than you will ever be, Lord Venture. Like, Ellen has gotta be put in his place. He's gotta
Yeah.
be humbled.
Mm.
He's
Mhm.
gotta be.
Yeah. Sit down.
Yeah.
Be humble.
Like we don't talk about Sazed that way.
Okay,
Exactly.
is it Sazed or is it Sazed?
I don't
I
know.
keep saying Sasset in my head.
I
You're
mean,
not
saying-
gonna
I
change
used
that.
no, I used to say
You can say it
Sazed
how you
too,
want.
but we looked this up last time, and it would be pronounced Sazed, but Sazed would pronounce it differently, and it's not Sazed.
Well, they can suck my balls. I'm calling him Sasset.
Oh, we were just talking about how terracemen are cool.
I like him, but I'm not calling him Zayzed.
I'm not saying Zazed, I'm saying Sazed.
Like, is it say Zed or saw Zed?
Say
that's
Z?
what-
No,
confusion.
Johnny, you say Z.
I'm calling him Sasset. I'm
Okay.
sorry, you cannot convince me otherwise.
Sazed, Sazed. Amy, actually, this is a perfect. What do you think of him? He's goated, right?
Yeah, he's very cool.
Yeah, now we're talking. Oh, just wait. We're not going to talk about Farukemi yet, or Farukemi, however you pronounce it. But we will.
Not Ferushimi?
Is it Farushimi that didn't
No,
even
I'm
go
just
through?
making it up. I'm just messing with you.
Oh my goodness. But let's go to chapter 19.
Oh well,
This
you
is where,
have 2 viewers.
I have 2 viewers? I have 3
I'm not-
viewers?
I'm not watching.
What is up, chat? Hello, everyone. Welcome to our Mistborn discussion. We are talking about part 3 in Mistborn by Brandon Sanderson. Feel free to stay a while and listen to us ramble and give our opinions on this book, or just have us playing in the background. Whichever you choose, I'm happy you're here. So let's continue with chapter 19, my friends.
And if you stick around long enough, you might get to hear our opinion on one of our favorite conspiracies that one of our friends actually had a bit of a part in. I'm
Oh,
pretty sure you
no.
guys know of
No.
Mr. JFK. Wow,
We do not talk about conspiracies on the channel, Carlos.
you're right. It's not a conspiracy anymore.
It is.
Uh-oh.
Anyway, let's talk about chapter 19. Shall we? I've been dying to talk about chapter 19. This is where Kelsier meets with the informant and Lord Venture, but he meets with the informant first, Hoyd.
I thought the cave was gonna be just like this giant cave with a giant mouth that they're hiding inside of. It made so much more sense when it was like, oh no, it's a cave. You have to climb underground. It's like underground. You have to climb through these things, go through it. I was like, oh yeah, that does make a lot more sense actually.
Yeah.
The worst defensible.
Yeah, like the SpongeBob Earthworm. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Oh.
I thought like secret tunnel from Avatar.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, I was like, how are you gonna hide that from the Lord? It's like, oh, it's a cave under. Oh, okay, that's actually much smarter than what I was thinking.
That is true. I'm gonna be honest, Carlos. I also thought of like the SpongeBob worm too. Just like really large though, like a huge cavern. I lost 2 of my viewers. Thanks a lot,
no.
Carlos.
Oh my god.
That is
That's so
fucking
funny.
They had
hilarious.
to know.
Why is it funny, Carlos?
Because it is. It's funny. They don't want to know the truth.
I guess not. Yeah, okay, so Kelsier gets information from Hoyd. Kind of tells him stuff he already knew, though, which I thought was kind of funny. Then he meets...
I thought it was. Oh, go.
Oh, no, you go.
I was gonna say, I think it's interesting, like how going down to the. Wait. Oh, wait, this isn't the caves yet.
Yeah, no.
Sorry about that. Yeah, that was kind of funny though. How this chapter opens up with him like, all right, let me set up this, let me set up political tensions by dropping this body off. Anyways, now that I'm done with that, let me go talk to an informant. It's like, whoa, okay.
That is true. Kelsier, I mean, we know he's killed a lot of people already. He speaks with Lord Venture too. What does Venture tell him?
Oh, he asks him about himself.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right,
What do you know
the
about
survivor of half
Mistborn?
sin.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me about the 11.
It's all just it's just a rumor, sir, a legend.
Yeah, it's it's like I think it's definitely kind of like a I don't know. Hopefully, I think at this point I was like, damn. Even it feels like Kelsier's also like realizing, oh, this may have gone a little. My lore may have gone just a tiny bit too far, tiny bit too popular, or like not, or was it, they didn't even, or the fact that they were focused on him, which was like.
Get cut out?
No. I'm just saying. It's like, so I was like, I don't know. I don't know, Kelsier, you gotta be more careful.
Bros her into the Lisan al Gaib. That's right.
Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. People are starting to hype him
The
up
what?
that way.
He's starting to the what, Michael?
Lisan al Gaib is from Doom. He's like the Messiah, basically, becoming.
San al
Oh.
Gaib. Just as it was written.
It was as it was written.
After speaking with Lord Venture, Kelsier meets up with Vin, and Vin tells Kelsier about the books that Ellen was reading. And he says, Vin tells this to Kelsier in private, away from Sazed. Lord Ellen, right? He calls him Lord Ellen at first, and then Kelsier's like, what? And then Vin says, Ellen has a stack of books with him. First name Kelsier thought with disapproval. She is falling for the boy. It's like, nothing gets past Kelsier. He sees this. He sees this. Also, Kelsier, I guess, knows the book that Ellen is reading. It's just like common knowledge that this book exists. Book of the False Dawn.
Yeah, that was a cool reveal. Or
He was, oh, sorry.
no, you go.
Was that when he was trying to tell Vin, or convince Vin not to get too close with Ellen, not to let her feelings develop any further?
I think so. I'm not sure if he told
Yeah.
her that, or if he was just thinking that for now.
Oh, I think you're right. I think he was just thinking it.
Oh,
He tells her that like a couple chapters in. It's like,
okay.
Yeah, I think at this point he's only thinking it. Like, okay, yeah, because he was talking about, like if they found out that Ellen, like, had these books, they would, like, definitely, like execute him. And then, like, he sees Vin pale visibly. And then that's when he's like, yeah, he's falling, or she's falling for him. I should have foreseen this. Sending a young, pretty girl into noble society, one vulture or another was bound to latch onto her.
Oh.
I like that Kelsier describes them as vultures. He's like, he definitely cares about Vin.
Yeah.
Oh, child, Kelsier thought. I hope he doesn't
Yeah.
hurt you too much when he discards you. You should know better than this. Oh, yeah. Oh, wait. I misspoke. I think he does kind of tell Vin. Don't count on it, he said out loud. Lord Ellen might be reading a forbidden book, but that doesn't make him our friend. There's always been noblemen like him, young philosophers. But in their hearts, they're still noblemen. They'll never overthrow the establishment. But, no, Vin. You have to trust me. Ellen Venture doesn't care about us or the ska. He's a gentleman anarchist because it's fashionable and exciting. Which, I mean, Kelsier's definitely right about some people.
Yeah.
What do we all think about that? Do we think anarchy is cool? But, like, fashionably cool? Or do we, like, kind of actually believe it?
I mean, I think he's not wrong to an extent, because like Ellen has never experienced any of it. You know, like he can have these thoughts, right, and have this mindset, but he has, you know, he can just not think about it the next day, and his life is normal, you know?
Right, he could.
Exactly.
But I think Kelsier needs to consider, although he could, does he? Like, you know, how often is he thinking about this? Does he genuinely want change? That doesn't matter to Kelsier. I don't think so, anyway.
I agree with that, too.
It's kind of crazy. This is Vin says bloody hell, so maybe they are supposed to be. No, Kelsier says bloody hell. Maybe they are supposed to be
Oh, he
British.
I told you.
Oh.
I told you, bro.
I'm sorry. All right, Michael, you got any thoughts up until now on anything here?
Not really. I think everything we've said are kind of were the thoughts.
Okay. I think we should go on to chapter 20, which, by the way, when we end, I gave Carlos a project to do, and he's going to share his project at the end of the discussion, so look forward to that. Carlos, I haven't forgotten.
Good.
You know what I'm talking about. But chapter 20, I bring up this because you're the one that
Oh,
posted
wait,
the
I
GIF.
have-
Oh, go, Amy.
I just wanted a little comment on the last chapter that I like. It sort of shows off a little bit more of like not the soft powers Vin is like doing in this court, but like yeah, one little line that she told is like, oh yeah, now these people have secret meetings and there's an alliance going on. Like the court stuff isn't just for her to get information. Like she can really kind of sow some of her own like discord into these houses just by being there.
Oh, that's true. She's definitely a force to be reckoned with. And that kind of like plays out crazily like in the later chapters when you hear like what some of these houses start doing to the others. Out of just like sheer panic, really. But that is completely true. Vin is like the puppet master here. She doesn't know her power yet.
You know what? That reminded me of one thing I wanted to add. I don't know if colors are important, like for Brandon Sanderson or whatever, but I noticed that like here she was wearing the red dress, and when we saw Breeze, you know, using the different girls in the crowds when they were trying to recruit, the red was representing anger and passion and like excitement and stuff. And I kind of felt like Vin wearing the red was like a way that she was like eliciting those emotions, like in like causing like that ripple effect, like Amy was saying, like unknowingly.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
He definitely probably did that on purpose. I can definitely see like Brandon like cooking that up.
Oh,
yeah, I don't know. Just... and if it is a thing, you know, Sean, I think was the name of the fiance. The fiance was wearing green, so
yeah.
I think that's interesting.
Green for I mean
Like
she gave a green personality, to be honest with you.
Okay, pause. What is a green personality?
Look,
Like
if you had to assign Sean's behavior a specific like color palette, it would be green.
But I think green was associated with loyalty.
What?
Yeah.
You guys are capping. In what universe
I
is
don't
green
remember.
loyal?
Well, I mean, in the book here,
Oh,
with the girl in the
book.
dress.
Loyalty to the Final Empire?
I don't know. Or will she be
just
somebody
making
they can trust later?
There's no way Sean is someone they can trust.
Why not?
Did you meet her?
She's a
She's
noble.
playing her part in like society. Like she is a noble lady that has her like fiance like kind of slap her in the face without like doing this sort of like hunt. It's like if she didn't do something about it, people would be kind of like, huh, that's weird.
Well, they definitely don't love each other, Sean
Well,
and
certainly not.
Ellen.
Or at least not Alan to her. She might love him.
They seem like they barely know each other. I don't know.
I mean, I can't confirm nor deny, but she's definitely jelly.
Yeah, Green with envy. She insulted Vin without like using an insulting tone. And Vin was like, "Whoa, how'd she
Yeah.
do that?"
Yeah. She's like, I feel like a ska.
Wait, what exactly did I'm gonna try to find that.
She said that. She's like, I feel like a ska again. Let me see.
Oh yeah, it's just the way she was talking to her, like the was very like mean girl. He,
Yeah.
I definitely picture Regina George acting this way.
Yes.
Oh, I found the thing you were talking about.
No, lay it on
I
me.
feel like it's got.
What was that, Val?
The one that Bree was talking about.
Oh yeah, yeah. Read it, read it.
Oh, I posted in chat.
What?
Chat.
I don't check chat.
Uh.
Read it out loud, please.
You may sit, Shan said, or Shan. I feel like a ska again, Vin thought, sitting. Noblemen treat each other this way too. Oh, I said that weird.
Let's see. Tell me your conversation with him this morning or this evening.
Oh, is it before this? Here, I'll just put the page.
Are you like
it was on
looking for
page.
her burns?
The part where you were saying that she felt like a ska again when Shan was like insulting her.
Yes, I found it.
305.
Address me as Lady Sean or your ladyship.
Oh. Oh, okay, I see that. At the very end.
Yeah, she was calling her. Oh, sorry, go ahead. Val, you're a little quiet.
Oh,
yeah.
Alright, I found. Wouldn't it be better not to be used at all, your ladyship? Vin said carefully. Nonsense, Sean replied. Even an uncultured simpleton like you must see the importance of being useful to your betters. Sean said these words, including the insult, without vehemence. She simply seemed to take it for granted that Vin would agree. It's like, come on, you cannot trust her. At least not
I
as
don't
she
know,
is right
you know,
now.
she's wearing green.
She's green,
Like
green
maybe
because
it's a dual.
she's got an icky personality.
Yeah, there we go. Green
Yeah.
is icky. That's
For
what
envy?
Oh,
Yeah, green for envy.
I said envy earlier.
Michael, fantastic! I can't believe you caught that one, Michael.
Thank you. It just came to me. I don't know why.
Michael? Oh my god, Michael, that was really good insight.
Chat, you need to subscribe to Michael's channel.
Oh my god.
Chat, I'm gonna link Michael's channel. From now on, we're hosting book club on his channel. Chat. Sick insight, bro.
This came to me like a familiar voice said it.
Gee, I wonder who's.
It's mine, probably.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
You know, have you ever heard of Inception, Johnny?
I have. Yeah, I've seen it too.
Yeah.
All right. Basically, Michael used Ferukemi. He stored that insight for later, and he just used it. So, let's segue into chapter 20, because I think chapter 20 is a pretty big chapter. Because this is the one where, Carlos, you posted the gif of the girl, like, with the calculations.
Oh yeah.
Was this the one where like Marsh was talking, the kind of training Vin a bit, and then we also kind of learned a little bit more about Kelsier and Marsh?
Yes, that is correct.
Yeah, I just posted the GIF because I was reading it, and just for a little moment, I was like, what? It's like when he was explaining, like, so these are these kind of metals. They're this type of. These metals are this class. They're classified like this because of these. Meanwhile, this other metals are used like this, but they're also these other subset, and it was just like, huh?
Yo, we're going with Jujutsu level of explaining powers.
No, this was easier to comprehend.
True.
What happens in Jujutsu Kaisen?
We're at part 1. We never know yet. Maybe someone's gonna have Hikari powers, Carlos.
Hikari's powers are actually not even that hard to explain. What's whatever the fuck face. Actually no, Hikari's are also kind of strange actually.
I don't understand them, Carlos.
It's
I just
Let's go
it's
gambling.
just cool, yeah.
let's go get
It literally seems impossible
Yeah, actually
to
that
lose.
actually yeah, that's you just perfectly nice one, Michael. You summed up Hikari's powers again.
Wow.
Let's go gambling.
Oh, dang it. I wonder how Alamancy would work in casinos.
It's gonna
Ooh.
be like heaven, right? You could just pull on all the coins.
They have like bodyguards just using copper all the time, like sensing them.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Just get like your buddy Smoker to like help you out, you know?
True.
They are smokers, right? That's what they're called.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Smoking is allowed in casinos.
By the way, guys, a quick aside, I didn't know this, but Michael, for us, at the end of our book, there's an Ars Arcanum. It actually explains all the Allomancy stuff, which I had no idea this was here, but it's just all here. Like, whoa.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
Look at the symbols. Wow, we got symbols and everything.
I had no idea it was
Yeah,
there.
nice little pictures and all that.
Yo, this is hype. Wow, I wish I knew this. Well, at least now I know. Yo, that helps so much.
Carlos, did you find the Ars Arcanum? I just like saying that out loud.
No.
Bro doesn't know about the Ars Arcanum. You believe this, Michael?
We got pictures. The
But-
little symbols are next to them. Wow.
This chapter is pretty cool. I mean, Marsh does train her a bit, right? That is this chapter. How to properly.
It's cool.
use prods.
Yeah, like it does. I guess at first it's always like, it's like, what? How is that power even useful? And then like they actually show you how it's very useful, and it's like, oh yeah, I should have known.
That's what I like about this book, because I literally thought about that for everyone, every single misting. Like at the beginning of the book, I was like, well, like why wouldn't like it would kind of suck if you're not a Mistborn. Like you can only get one medal, but like Breeze, the Breeze chapter, I was like, oh, this guy's cool. I would be so fine with just being like a soother. So, and I like the for training with Ham later. It's reminding me of like My Hero, just like the logic of it.
True.
Yeah. Amy, you got anything on this chapter? Chapter 20?
Chapter 20. What do I
We
have?
got a 21?
I don't think I do.
For 20, wasn't there technically with Marsh, there was like a love triangle, it sounded like?
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
With
Yeah, there was.
with Marsh or something.
Sister-in-law.
There.
Yeah.
I call her Mare.
I don't like
Mare
saying
is
mare.
Mare is
Probably
like a donkey or a horse.
Oh.
Well, you guys were saying Sazed, it's Sazed.
No, yeah, it's Sazed, Mare,
Sazed,
Helsier,
Mare.
Vine, Breeze.
Hey.
Michael,
Breeze.
wait, not everybody.
Hey.
Alright, Murray. But there's no accent, so it actually has to be Mare.
Mare.
Mari?
There's
Mare.
no accent, though. And it's just the E.
I'm not saying mare. I'm sorry. You
I
can't
can read it
Well,
however I
Amy's
want.
fine, 'cause she specifically says I won't say Sazed, so like Amy's consistent.
Yeah.
Unless Brandon Sanderson confirms what her name is, I will not say anything other than Mare.
Mare. Okay, fine. Mare
don't
does sound
care.
nice, though. Mare.
Mari. I just don't want to say mare. Because every time I think horse,
Horse girl.
it just makes me, yeah, it just makes me think of horse girl. A horse head appears in my mind.
Oh, that's what you meant by horse girl? Like a literal,
Like
like,
Bojack
Little
Horseman?
a
Horse-
mare. Yeah, a mare.
I wouldn't want to say Mary either.
But yeah, that was cool. What you were saying, Michael, with the love triangle, possibly.
Yeah, like wait a.
Or very heavily hinted.
This whole time, it was a love triangle. We are in a YA. I'm just gonna.
No, no, but we're not experiencing it, so at least I'll give it the pass there.
I hope it. Yeah, I hope that
Well.
something actually comes out of it because I was kind of like, ugh. I was like, come on.
Well, you didn't like
What
that?
do you want?
No, not really. I was like, it felt very like, oh yeah, okay, this seems typical.
Ah, I see, I see. Well, I'm sure something will come of it. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, if anything, it shows how their relationship is more. At least pictures it better.
Question.
What's up?
What's your question? Do you guys think Mare is still alive?
No, she's
Or
definitely.
for sure dead?
Oh, I think she's for
I
sure
think he's
dead.
alive.
What?
I think either is
Mm.
He's
possible.
alive.
Well,
What happened when they? What happened when Kelsier said, right? Like she gave. Did he say he saw it? I don't remember.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Kels,
he
that's
was
I think
what we
holding her.
she said-
He was,
Yeah,
Yeah.
they pulled her
Yeah.
body out.
Yeah. Okay.
Was it? Oh.
yeah.
So,
He was,
but
he was holding her body, and then that's when he snapped.
you are correct, right? It's if she is alive, then that means Kelsier is not a reliable character. Like you can't trust him.
No,
Why
I
would
just
he
think
be
that
lying
means
about
like
that?
more love triangle for us in the future.
Oh, good heavens, no!
It's back!
I'm
No!
dropping
Wow,
this
wow, wow.
Mare better be fucking dead. I swear to God.
I'm on that book. I'm on that book too, Carlos. I do not want her to be alive.
I swear on the Lord Ruler, she better be dead.
Right? How did Marsh snap? He said that. Right?
He said early. He said it was early.
Something with his parents or something, right? Or some.
Snap, snap, snap.
Snip, snap, snip, snap.
Yeah, he says I snapped when I was very young. Marsh
What page?
said, "This is 338 for me." I snapped when I was very young. Marsh said, "I've had a lot of time to practice, so have a lot of people. So have a lot of people."
Oh,
Said,
that's.
I had reasons. They're hard to explain. They always are. I don't think he actually explains it though.
No, yeah, no. If you go further down, he says, "I'll do anything to hurt them. They took our mother. That's when I snapped. And that's when I vowed to destroy them."
The obligators.
That's kind of sad. They take away his mother. He wants to fight, and all he gets is the how to sense people are using.
Oh, that sucks. Yeah, you're right.
Wait,
Oh
what?
man. Yeah, he snaps when he only has the power to sense. That's all he can do. I'm just thinking of like X-Men First Class, but instead of like Magneto where he gets the metal pulled, it's just sense, you know.
Yeah.
He gets the power of feelings.
Doesn't
Okay, guys, there's an Allomancer here.
Doesn't Marsh kind of comment on that or something like to that where, because he joined the rebellion first, then Kelsier,
Yeah.
but nothing really came of it for him, and then Kelsier joins and everyone loves him.
Yeah. There's
Yeah.
definitely some like envy or something there, which is
I mean-
interesting.
He doesn't trust Kelsier because Kelsier was never about anything other than himself
Yeah.
before.
Yep.
Yeah, it's like you didn't
Good
care about this.
point.
Now all of a sudden you care about it, and then everyone's following him. It's like, what the fuck?
See the same.
I'm not gonna lie. Sorry,
Oh.
I was just gonna say real quick. I feel like he snapped because of something stupid that Kelsier did, like younger brother, just pissing him off. It's just
Could people
That's amazing.
snap that way if they're that angry?
annoying sibling shenanigans. That's my guess.
One time my brother.
What
ate-
you were saying, Johnny?
Oh, the same criticisms that Marsh has about Kelsier are low-key the same that Kelsier has about Elend. Because, like, Marsh was the OG. He's the one that joined the rebellion first.
Mhm.
And then Kelsier joins it as a matter of a job with Yedin. I don't know. I don't know.
Revenge.
It's revenge, but we'll see. We'll see. I guess we shall see. Shall we go to chapter 21?
Good.
21.
Man.
Okay, this is the big one. This is where we finally learn, or at least for me, it like hit me over the head because I think that's what he wanted to do, like Sanderson, where it's like, okay, that's what the blurbs are at the beginning.
Yo, yeah,
It's like,
it had the reveal that we're reading the Lord Ruler's journal entry, technically.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, so like the stuff at the beginning of the chapters, that's what I thought that's what Sazed is translating.
Yes,
Yeah, okay.
that is correct. And they also. So what do we think of the Lord Ruler from the journal entries? He seems like a pretty cool guy.
Sounds pretty whiny, you know?
Thank you, Vin. I like that Vin did have that comment to say.
I don't know.
And then like later when Vin is spying on Ellen's friends and one of them is like, Reed's kind of boring, and Vin's like, good man.
Oh man. When Vin called him whiny later, I was like, dang, Lord Ruler lost all that aura. Now that I think about it.
Well, this is pre-ascension, so maybe he's not Lord
That's why he
Ruler
has
yet.
that's why he has the depressing aura whenever they get close to him.
What a whiny baby.
For me.
Rushex, who's a terraceman.
Yeah, I wonder what happened about that. I was telling Amy about it and I thought it was pretty cool because like the way that reveal and then you sort of get to see like the readings kind of read like very interesting because first he's like, oh, I have to like he feels like he has to save people. And then and then the journey to the top of the mountain to perform a ritual or the ascension, you're like, what the heck? It's like it's so weird, it's so cool. And then how he says like I have to something along the lines of I have to remember to not lose my care or something or like to not lose sight of humanity or something like that, of my humanity. But he ultimately does.
You're right, because
And
we know how the story ends.
yeah, and I thought that was kind of cool because that's like one of my favorite things about Watchmen is the little arc that Dr. Manhattan goes through.
Oh yeah.
Because like he's also just this guy, like he's just a physicist, and then he gets in the accident that turns him into this godly being, and little by little he's like he like remembers everyone. He's like trying to help people, but then after a while, like he stops caring about his wife. He stops caring about his friends, and then eventually he stops caring about the world, and he's he starts seeing everything in a much grander scope and much bigger picture, and humanity's just a little speck. And he's like, "You guys are fucked. Like, fuck you guys. I'm gonna go to a different planet and create my own life." It's like, I feel like that was interesting. I kind of like, oh yeah, it's like with the Lord Ruler, sort of like this guy who probably has good intentions at first, and then he becomes ascended, and then he, little by little, the power just takes over, and you lose touch of your humanity.
There is you know how there's quotes in the beginning or end of there's something like what you just said, the humanity thing. I don't remember what chapter though, but it was about how they saw like seeing tears of a child or something like that. And
Oh,
if
yeah.
he doesn't, yeah, that sounded kind of like what Carlos was just talking about. So, on that note, do you think these quotes are probably like journal entries that they were reading in the cave?
Oh, yeah, these are
Oh
definitely.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
Lord Ruler entries.
no yeah.
Dear Diary, my first day as Lord Ruler.
This is pre-ascension. He's not Lord Ruler yet.
Oh, Dear Diary, my first day as not Lord Ruler.
I'm gonna be Lord Ruler one day.
No.
I found that blurb, Val. In the end, I must trust myself. I have seen men who have been beaten from themselves the ability to recognize truth and goodness, and I do not think I am one of them. I can still see the tears in a young child's eyes and feel pain at his suffering. If I ever lose this, then I know that I've passed beyond hope of redemption. Combo that with chapter 21's blurb. The hero of ages shall not be a man, but a force. No nation may claim him, no woman shall keep him, and no king may slay him. He shall belong to none, not even himself.
Fucking Sigma right there. Am I right?
The sliver of infinity.
The sliver of infinity. Oh,
He got his aura back.
hell yeah.
But dude, chapter 21 is a huge chapter.
It is.
Because this is the cave incident with Kelsier and Dano and the other guy.
The other guy.
The other guy.
Well, he's literally supposed to be like that guy kind of a character, or he's kind of he's got the spirit, but he doesn't have the skill.
Oh, Yedin?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, not Yedin. The guy that Kelsier puts to fight against.
Oh, the
Oh,
lieutenant guy, I forget his name, but
Ham.
Bill.
No.
no, it was the guy under him.
Which is
Isn't
the one that Kelsier has fight for him? Is it Bilg or is it Deno?
It's Demo.
It's one of them.
It's
They
the,
both dead anyway.
Well, no.
Oh, wait a sec. Wait a sec.
One of them
read. I actually read. I know that's not true.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, Bilg. Bilg is the guy against Kelsier. He's
Bro,
the
I'd
one.
be angry as fuck if I was also named Bilg.
But he had a
That's his
point.
one
He's
arc.
like, we think you're sending us to suicide. Like we're definitely gonna be dead. He says, "I believe you are a deluded fool." Which, mind you, Kelsier was rioting him to say this.
Yeah.
Like-
No, this is where you start. It's like it's very interesting, and you can't like you're seeing. I mean, you've been seeing it before, but like Kelsier's flaw, like for him, it's like a by any means necessary.
Yes.
This has to work.
He's destination before journey. That's a Way of Kings reference, chat. But anyway, you're absolutely right, Carlos. By any means necessary, that's how he does this. Because he needs people to believe in the idea of him. And you can't have someone like Bilg, however right they are.
Yeah.
So-
Who's gonna follow a guy named Bilg?
No,
I wouldn't.
He was doomed from the beginning. But what do we think of how Kelsier chose, like, Deno? Like, a guy he thought, like,
It's Demo.
Demo. It's
Demo.
Deno. What are you talking about?
Damn.
It's Dean.
It's not Dean.
It's Demo.
Oh, it is
I know.
Demo. I always saw that as an N. My bad. Okay, so Kelsier did not believe in Demo.
Demo.
It's not Deno. We just said it was Demo. Did you say?
Well, we know who we're talking about.
Yeah.
DEM.
Yeah, you keep saying Deno.
No, you. Anyways.
Oh, brother.
But yeah.
Anyway, sorry, chat, for this petty squabble.
Yeah, apologies, chat. Okay, Carlos, let's duel. You've insulted my honor in front of chat. You will duel Amy. I think
I
that's
will
fair.
Wait, you choose Amy as your champion?
Yes.
Alright, I choose Michael.
What? No, it's you.
What?
You gotta represent yourself.
No, I feel like I have a right as another person to be able to choose a champion, and I
Alright.
choose 6'2" Michael.
Alright, Amy,
It
you're
was
up.
nice
works
knowing you,
out.
Michael.
Amy's been
Goodbye.
training, and
Rest
I'm
in peace.
totally gonna use Allomancy to help her out.
Oh my God.
I'll use Allomancy as well.
Michael, did you decide to wear like all metal today? that was a mistake, my friend.
He's actually wearing a red dress.
Oh, wait, no, he didn't.
I thought ahead of this.
this is all foreshadowing.
But you guys had to have been like locked into this chapter as I was when the whole like duel started, right? I mean, did you guys think?
It's alright.
I'm not gonna lie, this is where it kind of slowed down for me.
What?
It was like, it did, like, the getting into the caves, I don't know, I guess I was just in, maybe my reading, in the mood I was in, it was very, like, kind of slow. But I was kind of, like, reading, and I was like, okay, they're going into the caves, they're kind of looking around, and the fight, and when the fight got, I was like, okay, this is, like, the fight didn't really interest me as much as what, kind of just seeing Kelsier's mindset about things, and how he's instigating the whole thing, and, like, instilling this sense of, like, kind of like like the sense of what's the word?
He's going too far.
Yeah, he's going way too
He's
far
going
with
way
this.
too far, and like even I think in an earlier chapter, Vin was like, "Oh, would he really like if we're successful? Would he really just like give the whole thing over to Yedin, or would he really
Yeah,
like
like oh
stop?"
yeah,
And then I
and
forget.
yeah, everyone's kind of nervous about it, right? As well.
Yeah, I forget when it happens, but I think it's Ham who was like, "Yeah, we're a little worried too. Like Doc, Breeze, and I are all gonna talk to him like
We and the
later."
lads are gonna give him a talk right
Yeah,
now.
like, hey, this is getting a little too far. And I mean, like, look at this, man. He was throwing that guy around using under the guise of demo. Demo would have been clobbered. He would have stood
No,
no
yeah.
chance against Bilk. And Kelsier was totally gonna kill him. This man should die, Kelsier thought angrily. On the ground, Bilk groaned quietly. Kelsier could barely just see his twisted arm, its bone shattered by the powerful strike. It was bleeding. Like, he was totally going to kill him.
No, yeah. It,
And he's on their side. But I thought the chapter was phenomenal for that reason. Like, this is where I was like, oh, the Sanderlanche is starting. At least for me, anyway. It's like, I was like, I gotta keep reading. But anyone else on chapter 21? Any other thoughts here?
Yeah, now that you pointed that out, because to be honest, I kind of forgot about this, but like this chapter, but the aggression Kelster had kind
Yes.
of reminded me of something that I asked everyone like early on in the book club sessions we had about like what we thought Kelsier might how he might turn out to be, and I think my theory was that like he might turn out to be more corrupt towards the end or something like that. I don't remember exactly, but I'm kind of sticking to that now, seeing like how he's so adamant about trying to get the rebellion going, and even though he does show compassion about like losing lives, his people's lives and stuff, and towards Vin, but he still has this drive to just kill.
And like, I wanna highlight a quote here. This is after the fight with Demo and Bilg. Yedin is just flabbergasted. He's like, whoa, Kelsier, I didn't know you could do that. Like, there's no way we could lose. And then Ham, right? He's upset. He just saw this whole thing. He says, "You just lied to my entire army, Kel." Kelsier says, "No, Ham, I lied to my army." Ham's face
oh
darkens.
yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
whoa. Like, whoa.
Like, wait a
And then
minute,
he's like,
wait
it
a
was only a
minute.
partial lie. They don't need to be warriors. They nearly have to look threatening long enough for us to grab the adium. Dude.
Yeah, I think I think it goes back to like Kelsier kind of just being a selfish person. You know, like he only thinks about himself.
Absolutely.
Do you guys
Yeah,
think...
like
Oh, sorry.
go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say it's like his brother is concerned too. Like it's all about him and his feelings and like what he wants in the situation.
His brother's concerned. Vin's a little concerned.
Yeah.
Ham, Docs, Breeze. Like, oh my gosh. Okay, and then he's like, plots behind plots, plans behind plans. There's always another secret.
Yeah.
What is Kelsier scheming, bro?
Do you guys think he might end up like Lord Ruler in a way? Where...
Absolutely.
It might, yeah. No,
I think
yeah.
they're doing parallels.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what the whole deal with the Ascension is, but
Well, I don't think the Lord Ruler is exactly human anymore, at least.
No, he
But
definitely
like
is not.
from the past readings, it sounds like I don't know. Like it also sounds like something Kelsier would say, maybe.
yeah.
Got much to look forward to. chapter 22, though.
Oh wait, I gotta say one thing.
Yeah.
I guess I like that the kind of going in line with this and some previous chapters that these guys aren't good. Like I feel like usually when we have like gray, morally gray heroes, they never actually do anything bad. But like these guys have been pretty bad.
Oh yeah, Kelsier
Like,
especially.
Elsier and
Yeah.
Breeze and literally, honestly, everybody. But I think that's cool. I mean, it's interesting to see because we don't usually get to see stuff like that.
Yeah, and like the dynamic later on, I like Ham's decision at the end. This is kind of jumping, but like to defend the people against like his own army. I don't know. It's just like because I feel like you hardly ever see like people like actually conflicting that way. I don't know. I think it's really cool. But you're absolutely right though, Amy. This is a band of like outlaws through and through.
Absolutely.
Let's go on to chat. Oh, you go up, Michael.
Really quick, I don't know if we talked about it or not. Did we talk about like that talk of him and Kelsier when they were talking about the difference between nobleman and ska?
Oh, we have not. No. Please, let's talk about it.
Yeah, because I'm starting to notice. Yeah, Ham's very philosophical. Likes to think like, what is the differences? Like talking about like to give birth, height difference. And then Kelsier's kind of liking how like maybe is this kind of how it is? Like, maybe like things like are they meant to be in charge? Like, and Kelsier doesn't like kind of like how Ham's kind of just questioning that.
I remember that part. I also kind of remember feeling like Kelsier at like the very like last comment because he's like, "Oh, are they like meant to be in charge?" I think Kelsier was like, "I can't believe he said that." I remember being like, "I also can't believe he said that." But Ham is totally like the guy who asked the questions. He's like the reasonable guy because I think he was earlier. He was talking about like, hey, if like the Lord Ruler is like objectively or subjectively good, are we like bad if we're trying to overthrow him?
Yeah. He definitely drops his little things.
Yeah, I think he's like questioning like, hey, we're fighting this, I guess, just kind of really thinking about like, hey, if we do this, like, was make sure. I guess he's just thinking about it. He seemed all excited and giddy as well. And Kelsey's like, okay, we can talk about it now. It's like, okay, finally something to talk about.
Yeah.
They said they're explicitly like human.
Ska?
Ska nobles.
Oh,
Lord and Ruler.
Well, except Lord Ruler, but I picture everyone else is like human, just like.
But have they said they're human? You know what I mean?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think they've explicitly said it.
But like, yeah, because I guess what I'm trying to piece together is like, so the whole thing with the Lord Ruler happened, and then people got Allomancy, right? And then all this weird stuff. There's also the Deep, which is what they were fighting, which we don't know what it is.
Yeah.
So it's like, with the physical differences, it's like, what if, like, not that Ham is right, but like, what if there is more to it? Like, they're not the same species anymore. Like, that's why Allomancy's only passed down through nobles.
It could be.
Yeah.
That is interesting.
But yeah,
Which
because
is like, I'm just throwing spaghetti at the wall, but you know.
I think you do have I think you do have some point, like, or definitely onto something, because they even mention how it's like when they talk about like, oh, how the nobles usually just everyone like every 100 years or so, yeah, they'll have a war or something, they'll just kill each other and stuff, and it's just like, but and then it's like the Lord Ruler doesn't do anything about this, and it's just like, well, he sees it as like these are the children of the people who helped him, so he just kind of lets them do whatever. So it's like I kind of see it as maybe like the Lord, because the world was very different before the Ascension, and then after the Ascension, it changed completely. So maybe the Lord Ruler does have a hand in like explicitly making sure that okay, you nobles can have these powers that you can play around with, and then like maybe no, they're not. Maybe they are still human, but like kind of like mutants and human like an X-Men
Oh,
Yeah.
like that.
Like they're not
Ooh.
100% human, but like I don't know.
There's like
Yeah, like
Annoying.
he could.
a genetic
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
Yeah. Like that's what I was kind of wondering too, because you bring up a good point, Amy. And I know that like historically, like IRL, like there are some like physical traits that they would like think like, oh my God, like this is so godly or beautiful, or that's why like you're our king or royalty. But it was because they were passed down in the bloodline. So maybe just because, or even because like you're expecting something to happen. Because what if there are ska people who do have abilities but aren't able to be aware of them, kind of like Vin, although of course she's like a half and half um like I guess like race, because she was just trying to survive for so long. She wasn't able to ever like settle down and recognize that she had those like abilities,
Yeah, and her dad was part of the ministry. What is it? He's
yeah, he's an
Yeah.
updater, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. So she has
Yeah.
that bloodline.
So I wonder if it's like it's more prevalent because they're keeping it in the higher nobility, and they're like killing off anybody who's not nobility that does show it. So it's like a false pretense that it doesn't show up. You know what I mean?
Oh, that too. Yeah.
I think they do actually explicitly say that too. I just don't remember which.
I think they did in the beginning, yeah. But I think it was implied that they were also like mixed race
Hmm.
or like halfers. I don't know how to say it. Forgetting my big
Yeah.
words. I'm trying to be
Mixed
politically
race.
correct, but I'm out of big words, guys.
Oh, yeah, I was gonna say, what were our friends? Wait, we're on stream actually.
Wait
Yeah,
a
sorry, friends. I'm trying. It's not mean. I promise. I'm not being mean.
Nah, I see what you mean.
Thank you. Yeah, like half ska, half non-ska.
Yeah.
Yeah, interesting.
Let's see. Ferukemi. We finally know Sazed's secret.
Oh yeah, Baruch.
It's a cool spin on Is it allomancy or is it like allomancy?
It is not.
It's
It,
different.
Kinda.
Like.
it's
It's similar to it, is what he said. Something like that.
yeah, like you
Yeah.
can store certain things in metals. So like, say you want to save up strength, you like take however many days, like kind of just make yourself old so any strength you had is like stored in the metal while you meditate, and then like the next day, okay, you're back, and then you have that stored strength and you can use it.
It's like a tuning to an item with your spell slots or something.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. That's how we know so many things.
All stored in
Oh.
the metals.
Ring of Storing, that's what I was thinking of. It's like that. If you have used that item before.
Oh, Lesterburn. Lesterburn's trying to Rizvin up in this chapter. That's
Excuse me, don't you mean Spook?
Right, my bad, Spook.
Spooks?
Which we still don't know why they named him Spook.
Kind of spooky looking. I don't know.
True, it kind of spooked her. It looked like it just giving the letter like, and then just like walked away.
Yeah, they didn't. We didn't get to see it, but he probably like scurried away, just like a little spider. Just,
Ferukemi Ham is married.
oh yeah, with child.
So is
Oh,
Yedid
yeah.
too.
Well,
So,
R.I.P.
Well-
so was. Yeah.
Was
We're gonna talk about
Did
that
they
later. So Vin is talking to Docs, and he's like, oh no, they're all like that, right? Yeah, yeah, yeah. He talks about his past.
I thought that was a cool conversation because we don't really get to see much from Docs. It's just like just him and Kelsey are like just riffing off each other,
Hmm.
and then like kind of finally we have a moment where it's like just sit down and like more of a one-on-one with a character that uh, doesn't really know him, and it's like, oh yeah, I haven't really talked to him. Let's say, hey Docs, how was the plantation like?
Huh.
Just right from the gate. Um, I'm glad Vin recognized like how like important Docs was though to the party, even though he doesn't have like allomantic powers.
Hmm.
I was like, oh, very mature of Vin to recognize that he's the guy that makes these things happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, wait a second. Oh, this is Doxson had a really crazy quote here. I think it was here where he's talking about like what happened to like um like the girl he loved. And then
Uh,
Vin is like, I thought your like lord was like a kind one.
oh
And Dox is
yeah.
like, oh yeah, he was. Or he is. Um but like he it's not like the way you think he means it. He says like a really like powerful quote. Okay, yeah. Let me see. But that quote
Yeah,
he's
I thought you said that your lord was a kind one. Oh, he was. Doxson said. Lord Devonshire rarely beat his Scot to death, and he only purged the elderly when the population got completely out of control. He has an impeccable reputation among the nobility. You've probably seen him at one of the balls. He's been in Luthadel lately, over the winter, and then, that's horrible, how could you let a monster like that among them? And then he leans forward, frowning, resting his arms on the desktop. Vin, they're all like that.
then Vin is like, they aren't monsters, not all of them. Not like your former plantation lord. Then Doxson goes on to talk about all like you aren't seeing well enough, and he says all the terrible things that they've done. Like a nobleman can do like horrible things to a woman one night, then be praised for his morality and virtue the next day. Scott aren't people to them. Like Jesus, that's awful.
Hmm.
And that part, like, I don't know, because like Doc said, like his lord was kind, and then I was like, wait, what? And then just like, oh, he's totally not, but he's making a point that like people consider him kind in spite of all these things. Like the world sucks, you know. If
Yeah.
this is kindness,
Yeah. I kind of understood as like the lesser evil.
uh, I mean, they're all just evil. Like,
Yeah, but he only purges the old, when things get crazy.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
And he
It's
like
only
barely
real.
rapes anybody. So he's like not that bad.
In comparison to all the other worse ones, he was pretty okay.
Exactly. Yeah.
yeah, that was a tough chapter. Then, oh yeah, when he's talking about noblemen, like they're horrible creatures. Why do you think I don't complain when Kelsier kills them? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was cool.
and then that leads into like her doubts about Elend in the next chapter.
Yes.
Did this chapter feel more like YA to you guys? The next ball chapter?
Absolutely.
Yes.
uh,
Her makeup ruined. And Ellen's like, your makeup. Let me get my handkerchief.
Keep it.
Wink.
Get out.
oh.
But that's what happened.
It is.
I don't care what anyone says. I do like these ball chapters.
You want to be there?
I don't want to be there. I just enjoy reading about them.
They're kind of fun. It's like a
It is
break
fun, actually.
of all the other serious stuff. This is kind of like, oh, silly Ellen time. Let's see what happens.
Yeah,
See?
it's like we go from like Rebellion, Hunger Games to like Pride and Prejudice. A little, Emma.
You're a fan of Ellen too, Amy.
I want to see where his character goes.
You just said you were a fan. I have it on stream.
Oh my god.
Chat, clip it. I said chap, like I'm some like
Chap.
British.
Old chap. This.
Clip this now,
Oh,
chap.
chap in it. Michael, what'd you think of this chapter, this ball chapter? Were you sad when Vin was crying?
I guess my mind's like, well, how did this kind of happen out of nowhere? I guess in my mind I was like, oh dang. But I mean, not happen. But yeah, I guess in my brain's like, well, I mean, this happens though. Sometimes people, explodes, but emotions. It was just wild. Like Ellen's just like, what? And then just, and I guess they got real with each other for a bit there.
Oh
They
yeah,
did.
and she started
Yeah.
talking too much.
Yeah, man, imagine just like, she was really blunt about that. Or like, did you do that thing with this guy? I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Well, she had to be.
I know.
Yeah.
You're like, dang. It's just like all coming out at once, kind of sure. You're like, oh man.
Yeah, but then when it comes, he says, I was 13 when it happened. My father thought it was the time I became a man. It's like, oh. Ugh.
Reminds you like Game of Thrones of, is it like Tyrion or something?
Oh, yeah.
He didn't know what was gonna happen to her the next day.
I know. Ouch.
But then he says never again. Like never again after he found out what happened. So
Do you
Good.
think? Oh yeah.
oh no, you go.
If they didn't kill them, does that mean he would have kept going? Is that?
I mean, I guess that's
Oh.
a good question.
That's a good question. I guess we don't know.
I think there would be no like. Well.
Well,
Yeah, I think it would. I don't know if it would be.
Like it's a normal thing for the nobles apparently, so maybe Ellen wouldn't have like questioned it further, but like the murder is a huge thing. So
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
I am glad that Ellen just stopped or didn't do it again.
You're rooting for him, huh, Johnny?
I am.
He's not
yeah.
like other nobles.
I'm a
Yeah, he's
fan.
not like
It's
other
like,
nobles.
come on, let's see.
I'm
He
curious
kinda
where
also-
his character goes to. Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, yeah. And I think finally when you get to when Ben finally sneaks in, you get to see like his true thoughts and stuff. Since I wasn't sure like, who's this guy still? Like, is he practicing what he preaches? It looks like he is.
Yeah. That's when he. Is this when he talks to his friends, or is that?
This is when he
next?
talks to his friends, I believe, or it's the next chapter.
Oh.
No, it's this chapter.
It's the same
Real
ball
friends.
Yeah, his friends, like the other lords, or not lords, but like
Heirs.
heirs. Yeah, yeah. I don't mean to be contrary, said a fifth voice, but is this all we're going to do? Read? What's wrong with reading? Ellen asked. It's a bit boring, the fifth voice said. Good man, Vin thought. Boring, Ellen asked. Gentlemen, these ideas, these words, they're everything.
Oh my god, this is Johnny.
It is Johnny.
It's a naive character.
Like, I hope things Ellen could turn out to be like the biggest traitor ever. I would be devastated.
Yeah.
That would kind of suck, actually.
That would mega suck, yeah.
Between all the blue and red and white.
Oh my god, Charles, no! He's out here singing Hamilton?
Hamilton.
Why don't you say it to the chat?
Between
Charles?
all the bleeding and fighting I've been reading and writing, we need to handle our financial situation.
Oh.
Our nation states, what's the state of our nation? That's what Ellen was probably saying.
That's true.
He'd be a Hamilton fan.
He would be.
Ellen
Yeah.
Sander Hamilton.
Well, he'd be an
E
OG.
L E N N
No.
D.
Alexander.
He'd be an OG. Like, he would read the book and be like, why hasn't anyone told the story before? Wait, we're gonna just say Alexander.
Yeah.
No, I was repeating Amy who said
Oh, Amy's-
Alexander Hamilton.
Yeah, Ellen
Yeah.
Sander Hamilton.
That's so dumb.
Yep.
It
That
kinda
was
worked.
awesome.
Can't wait till the end when he's about he faces the Lord Ruler and he's like, I am not throwing away my
Oh my
shot. And then book
I'm
2
burning
starts
Cooter and
after the war I went back to New York.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah. That's your guy, Johnny?
Yeah, that's my headcanon that he just likes Alexander Hamilton.
I,
He found the book. He found an ancient book called that.
But it's just Hamilton, but like the play, like the musical with Lin-Manuel Miranda. He thinks that was Alexander Hamilton.
That's him.
Oh, this does lead me to a question. I don't know if you guys have discussed this before, but do you think this takes place like after the end of a modern society or before the development of a modern society?
I think it's before.
We have not discussed this.
No.
I think after. That'd be my guess.
Like, the Ascension was like a post-apocalyptic thing.
That would be my guess.
Well, I
It
guess
does
it
feel that
is,
way.
yeah. Ash falls from the sky and there's no color in the plants. That mist and mist wraiths are a thing. I guess you're right. I don't know how much more dystopian it can get.
I don't know.
I didn't consider it. I kind of just thought it was all just like Lord Ruler was like world stuff, and this is just like. Well, I always thought it was like France, circa like 1500s or 1600s. But...
You know, I can see that. Because, like, they travel by carriage.
They have
Yeah.
these fancy buildings to host the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Interesting. I mean, I'm just considering it because I thought about like, I feel like it could also work like postmodern because without metal in like a lot of our construction and technology,
Mm-hmm.
like, you know, not that you can't get to a lot of like the modern stuff we have now, but you really can. Especially if people are gonna be like, I don't know, using it for, I don't know, throwing around a computer at each other. I don't know.
Is that what like Allomancy in 2022 would be like?
Eating iPhones at each other.
Dude, kids would be so mean. They'd bully like the seekers
Oh,
and
boy.
everything.
Oh man.
That's true.
It's like, hey, this guy's a seeker. And he's like, hey, am I using Allomancy? He's like, no, that's because I'm a smoker.
Oh my god. It's like I can sense what metals, what elementic metals you're using. Oh yeah, can you sense this one? He throws a coin at his face. Nerd.
That's so. You'd be the bully, Carlos. I couldn't even think of something like that.
It would.
All right. Chapter 24. We're getting close to the end here, fellas. I think this might be the last chapter, actually. Or is it 25's the last? Oh, 25
I think just one more.
Yeah. This is when Vin trains a bit with Ham, right?
Yes.
And then they find out.
Yeah. Yeah. Then they found that.
Oh, this is also this chapter has one of my most favorite interactions of the whole book.
Which one?
It's when Spook shows up and he's talking. He's trying to talk to them about like what's going on.
Oh
And then
yeah.
Bree like, oh, he's such a fine like. Spook rushed over and fetched Breeze a cup of wine. He's such a fine lad, Breeze noted, accepting the drink. I barely even have to nudge him alimentically. If only the rest of you ruffians were so accommodating. Spook frowned. Nicing the nut on the playing without. I have no idea what you just said, child. He said, so I'm simply going to pretend it was coherent, then move on. That's like one of my favorite favorite parts of the whole book.
Dude, I love that moment too because they keep playing around with it. Like Helsier's like losing the stress on the nip. He said, "Knotting without the needing of care," and then Spook goes in, writing the rile of the Rids to the right. What are you two laughing about? Wasing the was of brightness, Spook said, and then everyone just keeps speaking like him.
Oh yeah, and Dachshund goes, yeah, wasing not of wasing is? And everybody, ah ha ha ha, that's like the one, even Clubs was smiling. This is the moment before everyone dies.
I get exactly what you mean. Wait, no, there's nobody saying, I need to tell you something, but right now is not the right time.
Oh no, that's
Yeah.
No one's talking about their like, what are you gonna do after we overthrow the final empire?
Oh no.
Oh.
Yep.
I've always wanted to get an education.
I'm going to see my family again.
See this girl? I'm gonna marry her. Shut up.
Ouch! Ow! Could you said something sillier? Why'd you have to do that one? I'm gonna marry that girl right there. Gets crushed by Boulder.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gets metal bent.
Oh.
Whatever element he is.
Basically.
Gets decapitated with one sword. So, because apparently Kelsier can just do that.
Yeah.
There's a nice quote that Ham said here when he's training Vin for a little bit. Let's see, was it? Oh yeah, because when they're like at the gates and they see like just the regular like guards of the Final Empire, I guess. And then Vin's like, "Oh, you know these guys?" And then Ham is like, "I'm not like Breeze or Kelvin. I can't put on faces and pretend. I'm just who I am." That's like, shit. Like I really like that quote.
Yeah.
Ham's a real one. But genuinely, the way he was training Vin really did remind me of My Hero.
Oh my god.
Yeah, because he's literally saying, like, you shouldn't use 100% all the time. Like, did you get that too, Michael?
Oh yeah, just training physically can help you with that. Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah, just like...
My hero.
It's literally what Deku was, spent like 3 seasons trying to figure out.
Deku.
Strength is a big part of fighting, but it's not the only part. If you always hit your hardest, you'll tire faster, and you'll give your opponent information about your limitations. A smart man hits his hardest at the end of the battle, when an opponent is the weakest.
This was, I think, one of the most, like, not useless piece of information, but I was like, I thought that was already given. It was like, it seemed kind of obvious, like, oh yeah, you don't want to spend all your computer. I mean, I guess we also saw Kelsier, like, when he was fighting, he's like, oh, let me activate it right now, okay, and then do this attack, dodge here, cut this guy's leg, okay, now let me use it again.
I think that's...
It just seemed very, like, oh, I mean, yeah, obviously you don't use all of it.
I think it's just a necessary thing that has to be said, though, because it seems like with Mistborns, they're... I guess the downside, well, they're not as efficient with all their metals. They think they could just burn everything all at once.
Silly Mistborn.
Yeah, it's like they don't know what it's like to only be able to burn one metal. Who was it? I think it was Marsh that said, like, I often find people are always, like, using their metal or something. Was it Marsh that said stuff about that? To Vin? Let me see, I'm just trying to find it.
I guess, yeah, like that Mistborn specifically, right, are very like. I don't know if it was Mistborn specific.
I think it was Mistborn specific. Let me try to find it. Well, I tried to find it though. What did y'all think of this chapter before the kind of big stuff happens?
I thought it was good. It was definitely like the calm before the storm.
Yeah.
And then I was surprised though when I was like reading and then it's suddenly like, wait, no, we have, sorry, Ham, we can't fight. What? Why not? Because we got a call about a garrison that was attacked. Huh? And then suddenly he goes like, yeah, some Ska army was fighting over there from the we think we know where they're coming from. It's these kids. And I was like, oh shit. And then we plan to march out in 2 hours. Then we go drop off my niece. Our army is exposed. They're not ready. They were supposed to take Luthadel quietly, quickly, not face the garrison straight out. Those men are massacred. What happened? That's when I was like, oh shit, betrayal? What the fuck did Yedin do?
Oh, you were
I
thinking.
thought he was God.
Oh, I hadn't even thought about betrayal.
Ooh.
That's what I was thinking at first. Because, I mean, betrayal is such a big part of the book. So I was like,
Yeah.
and then we find out.
Yeah, let's talk about the lowest IQ play Yedin could have done. We've talked about it.
Bro,
Too early.
Damn.
he really was just like, we're gods, guys. We can do anything.
Dude, that was so dumb. And he gets an off-screen death. It's like it's kind of what he deserves.
We don't even get to see his body. We just.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you're right. We don't see it.
Yeah.
We just, from hearsay, we hear it.
So is he
Well,
going to be dead then?
Yeah, exactly. In a movie, if they don't show the body dying or getting buried, that doesn't mean they're dead.
Oh yeah, Yedin's
He's
gotta
back.
totally be dead.
You lied to me. You said I was gonna live. We were gonna live.
This whole operation was his idea, and he was like a Kelsier like fanboy instantly. As soon as he found out about the powers. Freaking rip though. I can't imagine what it's like to run for like 16 hours and then.
Oh my god.
That sounded
hated
terrible. Yeah, that sounded. I felt exhausted just imagining that. Oh.
Only briefly slowing down to ingest more, was it tin?
Water. Or yeah, probably, yeah, tin and they like drink water or something. Just
Oh,
for
that's right.
hydration.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that
Remember
was
to drink
so
your
lame
water,
too.
guys. Stay hydrated.
Hydration check. Chat, hydration check.
Chat, posture check.
All my chat
No.
members should
Oh,
be,
dang.
like,
Right.
responsible individuals, and they shouldn't need hydration checks. This is your one and only hydration check, chat.
Chat, I see you, chat. Not looking good.
You're not looking very hydrated.
You're looking thirsty.
Have you drank your required, was it like 90, I just know it has 8 to 9 water bottles worth of water.
It's just, you just kind of drink until you're not dehydrated or not thirsty. Isn't that right?
There are more nuances to drinking water than one might think. But we'll talk about that on the water stream.
Water stream, but
Good one.
Yeah, just low IQ Yedin play. That sucks. That's so upsetting.
Bro thought he was him, but like, no.
He's not the guy.
Not the guy.
He's nowhere. He's not even Ham. Like, that was so dumb. But honestly, what do we think of Menace's reaction, though? First of all, it was cool to see Menace again. I had a feeling we'd see him again. But what do we think? Were you as offended as Kelsier, or as broken as Kelsier was, or offended by his comment?
Um, I I was, but not like angry at Menace. I was just more like, that fucking sucks. It's like how like the a complete failure like this, which like even if it's like this is huge for the no, it was a complete failure.
Yep.
You fucked it up. You fought. It was too early. It was not planned at all. It was foolish, and you got all these people killed. You ruined the plan, but this is considered a success somehow. It's like if this the fact that they consider this a success, it just highlights like how hopeless the plan feel or the world really feels for the ska.
Yep.
And it's like it just sucks. I mean, like
Yeah.
I felt really bad about it.
The greatest victory the ska have known in decades. This is
Was
what they fought against.
yeah, it's like it's a dent in the Lord Rulers, like in the Empire. Like they didn't even have to send a whole like they sent what did they send? They just sent like, oh, send one of these like battalions or whatever.
Yeah, it's like
And they just completely obliterated everybody.
yeah.
So I can definitely understand Kelsier's reaction because it's like, yeah, it sucks that you almost like you're settling for failure, and it's like in the world, in like I don't know, it just like it sucks.
Yeah. I think it does suck. I just think that Kelsier also has like the privilege of having power, you know? Like he can heal so quickly. He has money, he has connections, and a lot of the Scott people don't. And even to die in the in the midst of rebellion, that is an honor. Like that is like I did something with my life, you know? And it's more than like a lot of people can say who just die in the flow or like the monotony of every day, you know, just going through this suppression, you know?
Yeah.
And I can see why that is a victory for them, you know?
Right. But it definitely goes to the hopelessness of it. This 1,000-year
Yeah.
empire just it's a super unattainable task.
Yeah.
Reality hit them like a splash of cold water. What did everyone else think of the ending of part 4?
Rough, kind of like you guys were saying.
Oh, part 3, my bad.
Oh, yeah, part 3. Yeah,
Yeah.
rough.
Michael, would you have followed Yedid?
I don't know. If it depends. Kind of hard to say because like if everyone was believing like, oh yeah, we got cool magic powers, and then you're just like, huh.
That is, yeah.
I honestly couldn't tell because the thing with like groups is when everyone starts when that you have that mob mentality, your mind you start not thinking critically, and yeah, they not think critically there.
The rebellion. I wonder where it's gonna go from here now, though. The rebellion's over. The army's gone.
They still have 2,000 people.
I don't know.
They'll trick them.
I agree with Amy. I don't think I think that plan is over with.
Oh, did she say something? I didn't.
Yeah, she said they think they'll fight.
Oh.
Right?
Huh? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I don't think they're gonna fight. The way they thought they were.
Yeah, I don't think so either. You can't suffer a defeat like this. I wonder what this means for like the plan for Vin though. Like, is she still gonna be?
Sorry, Vin, we're done. We're all leaving. Bye.
No more Vin.
That's the end of the game. I mean, the
Or maybe it's gonna rest more on her because she's their only in now.
True.
Yeah.
They'll have to use like politics and internal tactics, you know?
Well, we can only read and find out. Any last thoughts on the part that we read today? Before I'm gonna end the stream after these concluding thoughts. No, actually
Wait, no,
no, no,
Carlos,
no,
Carlos,
yeah,
Carlos
Carlos's
is
homework.
thing.
Oh.
So
Oh yeah, you're right.
concluding thoughts and then Carlos's homework.
I'm curious how Vin will, like, how this affects her character development, because what we've been seeing so far is her being, you know, beaten and stuff and kind of timid, and then she's growing. She's grown a lot, being more outspoken and stuff, speaking her mind, but you know, still a little bit timid here and there, but she's grown a lot. So I'm curious how seeing all these deaths will affect her. And like the hopelessness, sort of.
Yeah, it's got to be traumatic for her. I don't think she'll get over it in like a couple days or so. See how that plays out. What about everyone else? Any other concluding thoughts before we get to Carlos's homework?
Kelsey's gonna pull the biggest scam and get all the jawbreakers.
The Jawbreakers with his head and an Eddie.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty
Take it
much.
from literal. That's the 11th medal, actually.
He's Ed.
I want to see that happen. Bamboozle the Lord, scam the Lord Ruler.
Got him. Just make me the immortal god. It's like, okay, you've tricked me.
Alright then, are we ready for Carlos's homework assignment?
Yeah.
Yeah, we are.
Alright,
I think we're ready.
I gave Carlos the assignment. If there was a Mistborn movie, what is the fan cast? Carlos, take it away.
Oh boy.
Oh?
Alright,
I knew Carlos was gonna be the guy for this job.
so for Vin, I have Millie Bobby Brown. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah!
Of course.
Okay,
I
we're
was-
starting off really strong.
Some of these,
Yeah.
people I might not know, but
for
I do
Lord
know.
Straff, Giancarlo Esposito.
Oh my
Wait, what?
Spook, Tom Holland.
Wait,
No,
send
I'm kidding.
pictures.
It was a joke cast.
Carlos, you need to start streaming so we can see these
No.
people.
Yeah, we need
Yeah,
to stream
or-
these
Right,
faces.
actually.
Or Johnny, pull up your stream and start
Yeah,
showing
okay.
pictures.
Oh, fine.
I'll stream the screen. Yeah. Let
Yeah,
me. Oh, give me a quick second.
I'll type it in the chat who I have. One by one.
How do I do this? Okay, let's see. I'm gonna open this one. Cool. Okay. We go to OBS. We go to add. We go to window capture. Okay. Is this the one? This is. Alright, just wait one dang second, Carlos.
I even thought of a director for this.
Oh, you went above and beyond, dude.
Yeah.
Alright, let me just wait for my stream to catch up so I can see how it is. Can I change night mode if I don't have, if I'm not logged in? Yeah, sweet. Okay, I have the stream, Carlos. Who are we looking? Oh wait, I should stream on Discord as well.
Yeah,
My bad.
True. Yeah, so I challenged myself here and I wanted to choose. I tried. There's some I couldn't do it for everyone, but I tried to choose characters who did not come out in like Marvel movies and like a lot of multiple Marvel movies. Because there's a lot of them in there and it's like, no, I want to choose like, and some of them are very easy choices, but it's like, no, I want it to be a bit different. So I'll leave the main cast towards the end.
Okay, okay. Do you see the stream, by the way?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, okay.
All right.
Wait,
So
I wonder if we can make like a. Is there like a PowerPoint online or like something?
I mean, there's
oh
Google
my,
Slides.
I need to.
You might have to log in though.
Oof, yeah, I don't want to log in. I don't want people to see my information.
that's fine.
It's your information.
No.
Woo!
PowerPoint online. I feel like a boomer typing that in. Free PowerPoint alternative. Start designing a presentation.
But
I don't want to log in, bro. All right, well, I'm just gonna look it
Use
up
a
then.
fake email.
yeah, just look at
Oh, a fake email? Carlos, what's your
You can type.
That's my email.
Yeah, what's your email real quick, dude?
Kelsey or Mistborn at underscore the Lord Ruler sucks at Gmail.
Actually, let me just start. Well, no one watches my streams anyway.
Aw.
It's not true.
The three viewers.
Just
Put it in
stop the stream for a second. Just pause the
stop the
stream.
Or put
Oh,
it in
Yeah.
you're right. I
thing.
can do that. I forgot I could totally do that. Sorry about that.
You're good. Don't worry.
Well,
I don't want your info being out there.
Yeah.
thanks. I appreciate it. Add scene. Boujuju. Remove. Yes. Okay, cool. All right, let me sign in real quick. And then I'm gonna send this. What's my email, Michael?
Eaty Kingdom, was it, or something?
The kingdom.
At gmail.com.
It is, yeah, that's my email. Slides. What is it called? Google Slides?
Yeah.
I found it.
Why did they all have to die, bro? Although ska.
The last thing is. Oh my god, can you not get a night mode on Google Slides?
Nah, I don't think so. I mean, you could do like a dark template.
Ooh, how does one do that?
Let's see. I can't see what you're doing, but it might be like templates
Oh,
and
well,
then or like formatting or something. You can do like a black one.
well, we're just gonna burn our eyes.
Okay.
Okay, and then we continue that. Window capture, okay. We go to Opera GX, not that one. Wikipedia. What?
Man, today feels like such a Friday.
It really does.
Yeah.
What a work anymore.
Remove. Da-da. Window capture, okay. Okay, here we go. Okay. Okay, we're streaming that again, and then let me stream the screen. Show you screen. Okay, do you see it now? It's the PowerPoint slide.
Yeah, I see it.
Alright, cool.
Goodreads.
Yeah, this was just like the first thing that auto-populated in like my history.
Mm.
I made a Goodreads account and started reading books. Alright,
Oh.
sorry. I didn't know how to change it.
Oh.
Carlos's.
No, it's one of no S at the end after the apostrophe.
What?
Always gets it wrong.
Take out the second S.
Take out the second S.
No, this is actually how you do it, you guys.
That is not how you do it.
Yes,
Get
it
the
is.
fuck outta here.
Take the first S off, Johnny.
Carlos.
Carlos.
No.
Carlos. Yeah.
For-
that's the way.
when
Carlos.
I was doing grad school, one of the postdocs, he didn't really know my name. He thought my name was Carlo. The whole
Carlos.
time.
no.
It was really funny.
Wow.
Carlos. No, you're Carlos. Eh?
No, it's Carlos
Carlo.
apostrophe. Take out the second S. You psychopath.
You are not plural, bro.
Oh my
You-
It's possessive. It
It
doesn't.
is.
Oh
That's
my
how
God.
you do it when
That
there's
is not how
your
you
name
do
is
it.
Carlos.
You are
It is
insane.
Carlos's. What would you know?
It's without
What
I-
do you mean?
I-
That's my name.
It is.
I believe it
literally
is
a-
with. I do believe it is with. Carlos is right. I think it is without the S.
No, you guys are. Oh my god, bro! Really?
It's because if it ends with an S already, it should.
Yeah.
it doesn't have
Only
to be
if
S.
it's a
Otherwise it's
Greek
goofy.
name. Only if it's a Greek name like
If it's Greek.
Socrates.
Oh my God.
Wait, what?
Why is the Greek so special?
Non-Greek
apostrophe
name.
in Oh no! Erase the non-Greek name.
What?
Get
No,
that
it has
shit
to
outta
be.
here. It is correct to add apostrophe and trailing S after single name, whether it ends in Cora. You're gonna believe Cora?
That's what it is. That's
You're
grammar.
gonna believe Cora?
That is
Nah,
grammar.
bro.
Well, if it's a proper name, like I don't know why it's a Greek exclusive, but if it's Socrates,
not
then
proper.
you drop the apostrophe, or
When?
it's just the apostrophe. But if it's
Oh.
the name like Carlos, then it's Carlos's.
Huh, I didn't know that one.
Well, I
Carlos,
I'm gonna keep writing it the way I write it.
you show up to my domain on my stream and question my knowledge of grammar?
Yes.
Okay. Well, you were getting so mad, man. You know what?
That's
You're getting
second S.
lowercase
Oh my
c.
God.
No. Bro, just killed me.
Oh my gosh, Johnny, why are you being so disrespectful?
Because he
I know,
deserves
right?
it.
It's going too
It's because
far,
he,
man.
because he didn't have a map at the beginning.
He deserved it. Okay, fine, Carlos, you're my friend.
Take out the second S.
Were you not paying attention, Amy?
Can you make the C in cast uppercase?
Can you make the S just like 5 fonts smaller?
What? You guys seriously?
Can you actually change the font? I don't like this one.
With the font? Let's go company sales dark.
Deck.
Wait, I want to change the whole theme. How do I do that?
Highlight the whole.
Uh,
Highlight all the.
I think there's an option if you right click on the theme.
Oh,
on
change
the
theme.
right-
Oh, I want this whole thing to be dark. Wait, I think GX has a thing where you can like enable force dark mode. Oh,
Oh my God!
Oh my god.
why did it do that?
What is
We just
this?
saved Johnny.
Oh my
back.
god.
What is this?
I
You
don't.
just, oh my god.
Okay, we'll be. No, red is worse.
No, I
Okay,
like that
great.
green one in the beginning.
This is like the mist.
Like the teal one. This is like the mist.
Sorry about that, Carly. All right, this works out so well. Okay, Carlos's Mistborn fan cast, and fine if you guys are like so weird about it, we'll make this like there.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Carlos, I made my
This is
point
a nice
clear.
little ground.
I made my point clear though, and you can look that up. It is if it's Socrates, then it's S apostrophe. But Carlos, let's not keep them waiting any longer. My chat is dying to know what is the fan cast.
All right, fine. Okay, so wait, should I start off with like the director and then kind of go off from there so we know what kind of theme I'm going for?
Start with whatever your heart tells you.
All right, I guess we'll start with director. You already wrote it down. So, for a director, I thought about this and I thought, okay, so like dark, gritty world. It seems very like they got carriages, kind of old timey. Who can make a world with that aesthetic really, really well? And I thought about it and I got it. Guillermo del Toro.
Really?
Ooh,
Oh,
that's a good choice.
This is such a weird.
Oh my god!
I can't say.
Don't
I
you
can't
dare.
see it either.
Oh my god.
Change that font, man.
I didn't choose the font. It came with this.
The color,
Right there.
please.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
We're gonna need to get some tin to see the.
Yeah.
Sorry about that, but
Yeah.
so Guillermo del Toro, I got him yellow.
Guillermo
Why
del
is she
Toro.
yellow?
I don't know why it's yellow. It's brown. It's orange.
Oh no, Johnny! Oh. Gross. There we go.
Man.
All right. So, Guillermo del Toro, because it just literally look at any one of his movies. Fucking Pan's Labyrinth,
Yeah.
Crimson Peak, Hellboy, Hellboy 2,
Pacific Rim?
Pacific Rim,
Well.
yeah, Shape of Water. They production, the set design is just fucking incredible. He just knows how to make that like Victorian or like old timey kind of look, and it's so cool. And it's one thing even if his movies may not, even if a movie of his is not a complete hit, it looks so good. Like the world, it looks, I don't know, it's just so cool. I love the production, the setting, also like the story. Like it's not, he doesn't make super happy stories either. Sometimes it can be a little dark. So I feel like it definitely fits this thing.
Okay.
Yeah. So now let's get into the cast.
Excellent director pick. Who's the first one?
I'm gonna go kind of like sort of not the not important characters, but like more like the not so important to like the main cast, to leave it at the.
Gotcha. So who we got first?
So for the Mist Wraiths,
You've casted the Mist Wraiths.
I gotta
Oh my
go
God.
with my boy, Doug Jones.
Doug Jones?
He plays Abe Sapien in Hellboy. He plays the Fawn in Pan's Labyrinth. He plays the Ghost Lady in Crimson Peak. He plays all the monsters. He plays the Fishman in. So it's like, yeah, you got to get a monster. So get the guy who plays several different monsters, Doug Jones.
This guy?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I met him. I actually met him.
You met him?
What?
Yeah.
He came to Dallas.
What?
It's because
wow.
in Alamo they were doing this what was it
They're showing it was not
it was a screening.
a screening of not the Nosferatu movie, but another Nosferatu movie that he was Nosferatu in.
Yeah, he played the vampire. It was a fan made one, and they got him to play Nosferatu, the vampire, which was really cool. And they said, "Oh, we're Q&A with Doug Jones," and I was like, "Oh shit!" And I was like, "Is he gonna be there? Is it gonna be like on the screen and just kind of like he zooms in or whatever?"
Mhm.
And then the movie ended, and we're like, "Cool." And then, all right, now questions from Doug Jones, and he comes out from the crowd. He's sitting in one of the
Oh
rows.
my
It was very
God.
I was
cool.
like, "What?"
Awesome.
And then
Love
I
when
got
that
to
happens.
ask him a question, and then he answered it, and I was like, "Cool." And then he did a little meet and greet afterwards.
You could get there was these posters that you could get signed, and then he would give you a hug. So
Yeah.
nice.
Oh.
Yeah, and he was like, it was so cool talking, because like I was like, I watched Hellboy when I was like in elementary school, so I got to see him in that, and then I got to see him in other stuff, and just kind of growing up, he's the monster guy. I love this guy, and then finally getting to meet him, I was like, oh my god, and I was like, and I even told him, I was like, I've been a fan since Hellboy.
Oh.
Aw.
And he was like, oh, and he like put his hand like around my, like kind of like, oh, that's great. And then I was like, yeah, it's cool. And he's like, well, since you seem like a big fan, what do you think of how I did the role here in the movie? And I said like, oh, I thought it was like, yeah, just like I couldn't really think, but I was like, oh, I mean, it's just I didn't expect anything less. Everything was so good. It was, and then I told him how people say with actors like, oh, this actor became the character, and it's like you always find a way to become the monster, the creature, and you have such a wide variety of creatures that you can play. And he was like, oh, that's great, and then like he gave me a hug. It was great guy.
Aw, that's awesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's really cool.
So yeah, that was my probably one of the most famous people I ever met.
Very nice.
Is he the fish guy in Hellboy?
Yes.
Yep.
Oh,
He's
wow.
also the fish guy in Shape of Water.
Yeah. I haven't seen that one, but
It's good.
It's good.
It won an Oscar for Best Picture.
Oh wow.
Deservedly
Is he the
so.
Is he the scary eyeball guy in Pan?
Yes.
Oh
Yep.
my god.
He's also the fawn in Pan.
Oh, I don't remember the fawn.
Yeah.
I'll have to look it up again.
I got to admit, I did not expect you would cast the Mist Wraiths, so I'm
Yeah,
already
because
looking
it says
forward
it
to
had,
the
like-
rest of this.
They have like human elements in there, so I was like, oh, I mean, yeah, you gotta put him in there.
Yeah.
All right, so
who do you got next?
all right, kind of other lesser known characters. Let's go with Lord Renault. I choose Ian McShane. This guy specifically because I don't know, he just gives this like kind of like rusty kind of look, like old man, but like he's also a really good actor. He's in John Wick.
Oh,
And
Who is he?
you're right.
yeah, he's not the concierge, but he's the owner of the hotel.
Oh, yeah, I can see it.
Yeah, he's in the hub world. He's the hub world guy, and Vin goes out and explores, and then comes back to her hub world in Felice, and these guys are like, "Oh, hey, how you doing?" And it's something is totally normal about Lord Renault, right, guys? Nothing weird.
Absolutely. Nothing
Yeah,
weird.
nothing at all.
They like give it away, but
So
we don't
dumb.
know what it is. It's funny enough.
He's never been anyone else.
Yeah. But yeah, so Lord Renault, that's who I choose for Lord Renault.
Nice.
For Lord Straff,
Ooh,
I
how do you spell that again?
choose
Is it like that?
Straff. Yeah, Ellen's dad.
Oh, okay.
Wait,
Well,
no.
wait,
No,
that's
that's
Lord
Venture.
Venture.
Yeah, Straff Venture. Yeah, that's his name.
Oh, so Lord Venture.
Oh,
Lord Venture,
okay.
yeah.
I did not know his first name. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. For Lord Venture, I choose Michael Shannon, who also comes out in The Shape of Water.
Oh,
He just
I've seen this guy.
Yeah.
because this guy is he's very good at giving like a very intimidating, stern-looking face, and in Shape of Water, that's what he plays. He's like this very like scary, kind of serious guy, and then also in other movies, he's just like very kind of like he can be very like mean. So it's like oh yeah, and he's also a good actor, so I give that Lord Venture that one.
Very cool.
Next up, let's go with. All right, now we're gonna start getting a little bit more. Okay, actually, this one I thought of a little bit last minute, but I was like, no, this works. I have faith in him. For Yedin, Devon Bostick,
Devon Bostick.
Roderick, baby.
Oh,
Roderick!
That's amazing.
Because I needed someone who
rules.
could be. Yeah, I needed someone
Wow.
who looks like they can die.
It looks like they can die.
Movie, you know, it can't be
Die
a
off
big
screen.
name actor because it can't be like a huge big name actor because they'll kind of take away the spotlight. You know, I'm talking. I don't want like a Matt Damon in Interstellar. I want someone that's like, you know, you could like kind of. It also says very gangly, so it's like, okay, yeah, this guy fits it.
He's got a lead loaded diaper dagger.
Yeah, and then in Oppenheimer, it's like he barely had a much of a role, but
I
he
didn't
looked
even notice him.
exactly. But it's like he was very. I don't know. I felt like okay, the parts that I did see him in, I was like, okay, he can act. And Yedin doesn't really appear that much, so I was like, oh yeah, that's fine. And like, kind of, I could see this guy being like, you know what? Yeah, let's go, and then just dying.
This is amazing.
All right, and then all right, now let's get to another one. Marsh. This one I was jumping back and forth with a lot of people.
Is there an E
And
at the end
this
of his name? Or?
No.
no.
Okay, cool.
And I think this might be a little basic, but I think it kind of works considering who I chose for Kelsier.
Oh.
Jensen Ackles.
Oh,
Ooh,
Soldier Boy.
good one.
I like
Specifically because of his role as Soldier Boy. Very stoic, kind of he can be very stern and very like he can definitely make you feel a bit uncomfortable.
True.
So it's, and like not that he's evil or anything, but like just his presence. Like I just remember Vin being very like not uncomfortable around Marsh, but like he's very intimidating.
He doesn't smile.
Yeah, exactly. And I feel like Jensen Ackles is like great for that.
Excellent. Now I'm curious to see who you got as
Yeah.
Kelsier.
Let's see. Next, clubs. Okay. I will say for some of these characters, it was hard to choose someone because it was like this actor is perfect for this role, but they're a little too old or they're a little too young. So I just like decided, okay, I think so for these next two, I kind of did I had to play around a little bit, like kind of be very liberal with the age. But for clubs, I choose Jeffrey Wright.
Jeffrey Wright.
This guy.
What
He's a little too young to be like how they describe clubs, but I think he can definitely pull off like a serious kind of done with like he's not having your bullshit kind of vibe.
All right. Who was he in the Batman?
Yeah, he's Commissioner Gordon.
Oh.
Punch me in the face.
All right. Goated. Good selection.
Yeah.
For Breeze, this is where I had to get very liberal with the ages.
Oh, brother.
Christoph Waltz.
Oh, Christoph Waltz, I remember that.
Waltz like that?
Yeah, Waltz, yeah. Exactly.
Christoph with a K, right?
No.
No, with a C?
Yeah.
Oh.
Christoph Waltz. Specifically because of his two roles in both Tarantino movies, Inglourious Basterds and Django Unchained. Actually mostly because of Inglourious Basterds. He plays a Nazi. He hunts Jewish people, but the way he he comes in the beginning. The Inglourious Basterds is the first like 20-30 minutes. The first scene in the whole chapter of that whole movie is a fucking masterpiece
Oh,
in
yeah, that
terms
beginning
of
scene is so good.
in terms of acting, writing, dialogue. It's phenomenal, and I feel like Christoph Waltz definitely elevated the scene because of the way he was just like he comes off as like okay, he's just like this kind of very chill looking Nazi. He's like I mean, like I don't know if a Nazi can really be chill at all, but he's like I guess very chill, very kind of like oh yeah, it's like how you doing? Oh, would you like to drink? Would you like some beer? And he's like no, I'd like some milk. You own a milk farm. You own a farm, right, with cows? Yeah, I'd like to have some milk. And it's just like kind of very eases you into kind of lowering your guard a little bit, and then he drops the bomb. He drops this crazy like in that beginning. There's like a crazy moment at the end, and it's like oh shit. He goes from this like very kind of funny, kind of very methodical guy to like a suddenly oh this guy's a fucking monster.
Oh, jeez.
Which Breeze is not, but it's that like kind of how he's able to talk and be very like cool and soothing with his words, and then just the way it's such I don't know, I can go on and on about Christoph Waltz, but there's one scene in particular about in Inglourious Basterds where he's setting up like a piece of paper and a pen. And he's talking during the entire time, but the way he just methodically just like takes out the pen, gets out the ink, unscrews the pen, takes up a little bit of the ink for his pen, and then okay, screws it back on, lays out the papers. Very methodical. It's just like, oh, this feels like a guy who like just knows. I don't know. It felt good, and I feel like he's good for Breeze.
Very excellent pick.
Yeah.
Thought about this.
You really did, yeah. I knew you were the right
person.
person to ask.
For Ham, this is where I'm a little bit torn because immediately I was like, oh, Dave Bautista.
Oh, okay. My brain was going there.
Really?
That would have been fun.
Yeah,
But who did you choose?
Easily Dave Bautista.
Okay,
Oh.
okay.
Cyberpunk.
No, yeah, I'm not even kidding. Like, I mean, I'm being legit. Dave Bautista, because like, not Drax, but Blade Runner 2049. His role in Blade Runner 2049 convinced me. Oh shit, this guy act. Like, I don't know if you guys have seen it, but that first scene with him and Ryan Gosling, it's just so like because for Ham, he's very. I've looked up art of Ham and I've seen some images and I'm like, hell no. It's like some like normal looking dude who's like kind of balding a little bit, has a comb over. I was like, what the fuck is this? It's like, no. When I think of Ham, I think of like a guy who's fucking strong. He's a soldier, you know? Or ex-soldier. And it's like, one, so Dave Bautista definitely has the look. And then also, the thing about Ham is that despite being a thug or being able to burn pewter and be strong. It's like, oh yeah, he has that, but he never comes off as like being very intimidating. He feels very gentle, and I feel like that's what Dave Bautista can definitely give off. Even as Drax, like he's very big, strong, intimidating, but he makes you laugh, and you're kind of like, hey, this guy's chill. And like in Blade Runner 2049, it's this big fucking he plays a big like robot or replicant is what they could like the cyborg, not cyborg, but the robots. And then the way he just like also very calmly, he's like very soft spoken almost, and it's like, damn, this is really good. So yeah, I definitely David.
Very good, very good.
Ham.
I like that pick a lot.
Yeah, and then let's see. For Dachshund, this one I also had to go back and forth, and I was like, I didn't really know until I was like, okay, this is probably like the one where I'm still not even entirely sure, but I feel like he can work well. Riz Ahmed, so Rizahmed. This guy.
Oh.
He's in Rogue One.
He's in Venom too, Carlos.
He's in Venom too.
He's in Venom, yeah.
Sound of Metal.
Unfortunately.
Your favorite movie.
But yeah, it's like, I don't know, just I feel like he can work the role. This one I'm not super 100%. I'm like 80 to 90% sure for him. Mostly because of what role was it? I think it was just because like I saw him in Sound of Metal and I thought it was really good. So I was like, okay, this guy can act. I feel like he can definitely play like kind of like this, not like sort of a certain type of character in Sound of Metal, and then another kind of character in Nightcrawler, and it's like, okay, yeah, I can definitely see how he's got range. So I think he fit well at Dachshund.
Nice.
Let's see. All right, now we're getting to the main cast.
Oh, let's go.
For Ellen.
Oh,
this
we're starting already.
Oh,
if you say Timothy Chalamet,
here it goes.
I'm gonna stop stream right now.
For this one, I really had a lot of trouble. Because it's like, okay, look for a guy who's noble looking, right? So I started looking for character. And I was like, okay, and then it clicked and it's like, no, I can't go for someone who's like a noble. The whole point of Ellen is that he's like, nah, fuck this shit. Like he doesn't care. So he's kind of like he'd be like, it's like if there was a brother who was like the royal, he'd be like the whatever. He's just kind of like, I'm not all about that shit. And I was thinking, and I was like, okay, there's one person that came to mind specifically because of one role.
Let's see.
Thomas Brody Sangster.
I have no idea.
Yeah,
he comes up specifically because of Queen's Gambit.
Oh,
this guy.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys saw Queen's Gambit.
He's
Yes.
Wait, Maze Runner?
This is not the eyebrow guy, right?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
Really?
This guy. Because I mean, he kind of has like a very mischievous kind of look, and then like especially in Queen's Gambit, he plays this cowboy character who's kind of like who looks like he dresses like a cowboy. He's like, oh yeah, whatever. Just kind of shows up to the tournaments. Nobody suspects him, and then he like ends up beating everybody. And so it's like, oh okay, yeah, I think this is the guy. Then it's not. Again, this is like a role that I'm like, not entirely sure for, but I feel like it could work.
Okay, I respect.
It's a good fit.
Choice.
Yeah.
As
All
long
right.
if it was the eyebrow guy, I would have been like,
No, no, no.
I was like, I mean,
Actually,
he could be a very
the
good
eyebrow.
actor. I just know him from the eyebrow meme.
Wait, which guy? Hold on, I want to see
Will
this.
Poulter.
Like a Maze Runner eyebrow guy.
Look up Will
Yeah.
Poulter.
He's also in
I know who.
Narnia.
Will.
Ow.
Yeah, that guy.
Oh,
That's eyebrow guy.
this guy from the bear. I see. Okay,
Eyebrow
Yeah.
guy.
eyebrow guy.
I like how we all just knew.
And then, okay, now to the top 3.
Oh,
So,
brother.
Sazed.
Woo!
I mean, my first choice immediately was Lance Reddick. Oh,
But
it was Lance Reddick. It had to be him. It's like there's
He's so
literally
good.
no one
Yeah.
else.
He
There's
was,
no one else
he
I would
was-
choose.
he was perfect. Perfect.
That's
Yeah.
a
No,
good
he-
cast.
He passed away.
But he passed away, so I can't
Oh,
choose.
he
him.
did?
Oh,
Yeah, he
Yeah.
died last year. Or was it 2 years ago?
2 years ago.
That's
he
2 years.
did?
2 years.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Oh, man.
that was important. He was so healthy as well. Surprising. It was like a heart attack thing, I think, right?
I think so, yeah.
Hey.
No, yeah, like this guy was my number one choice. It was like
Yeah.
I was out of all the characters I was thinking of, I was 120% sure Sazed had to be Lance Reddick. Even when I read, and I imagine the characters, I think of him as
He's a
Sazed.
really good one.
So it's just perfect. Like him and John Wick is like that's him. That's him. That's Sazed. But yeah, so I can't choose him. So I had a lot of trouble looking for a replacement.
Yeah, that's tough.
And then, but I finally came up with one that seems. I feel like he could definitely do a job. He's not in a lot of big things, but I feel like he can do it. His name is Yahya Abdul Mateen II. So Yahy. Then YA. Yeah, that guy. This guy. Specifically because he's in Watchmen, the show, and also the new Matrix movie.
Oh.
That's what I've seen him in. And honestly, I haven't seen. Oh, I guess he also plays. I guess he. I don't know if he plays. He comes out in Aquaman. I don't know if he's a bad guy. But I remember him in Watchmen. He plays a character. He plays Dr. Manhattan, and it's like, oh, okay, this like very kind of like seems like a very cool like not side character guy, but like I feel like he could pull off the role. And then in the newest Matrix movie, he plays Morpheus, and it's like, oh, yeah, and so it's like, oh, okay, yeah, this like I could definitely see him like pulling off this like wise character, kind of helping out with the protagonist and stuff on the side and like that. So I think he can do it. I believe in him. All right, here we go. Do you want Vin or Kelsier?
What does the council decide?
Kind of interested in Vin after you made Millie Bobby Brown. So I'm like, what?
Michael has spoken.
Vin?
Vin,
Everyone?
let's hear Vin.
Sure.
All right, for Vin, I've already said this one too. So, Kaylee Spaney.
How do you?
CAILE. Yeah, there you go. Kaylee Spaney.
What is she?
Specifically because of her role in
I've seen her
Alien
Civil War.
Romulus. Yeah, Alien Romulus and Civil War. Because
I can see it.
we need a character who's like, not that she's non-suspecting, but like in both those movies, she's shown that she can get scrappy. Like
Yeah. And
yeah,
it's very good.
In Romulus, like she's like she's the main character. She like the whole her character works like on a planet where they mine or stuff like that. So it's like, oh, okay, yeah. And then she has to go out and like fight these aliens and stuff. And then in Civil War, she's this aspiring photographer,
Yeah.
and how she like goes out and she's like puts herself at risk. It like the main character is telling her like, no, be careful, and she's like, no, I have to get the shot. And she runs out, puts herself in danger, and all that. And I feel like, yeah, she can definitely fit the role for Vin.
Very nice.
And now Kelsier. Actually, I want to
Weird.
ask you guys, who do you think I chose for Kelsier? Because I don't think you guys will guess it at all.
I don't think so either.
I mean, I
At least I
definitely
won't.
won't.
I won't either.
Yeah. It's probably someone from Jensen Ackles related.
Oh right. Mm.
You didn't cast Anthony Homelander.
Oh
Oh
god.
Oh
my
my
No
god.
way.
Anthony Stark. Oh no.
Knew
Did you actually cast
No.
him?
No, no.
I was like,
That'd be crazy.
yeah, it's like, oh, I'm sorry, Carlos.
Oh,
That he's
no.
It was because he said it has to play off this. Jensen Ackles. Did you cast someone who's like in? Is it Supernatural?
I guess I'll
I
say
don't know.
It's Huey.
comes-
It's gonna.
It's Huey. You casted Huey as Kelsey.
Oh,
I know, like I guess I can't. Like what I meant by he works well is like in terms of age and stuff, and I feel like they personality and stuff. No, not Huey. This guy is the survivor
Oh
of
my
Hudson.
God.
Ain't no way.
This is your pick,
Could
dude.
believe.
No.
This is the leader of rebellion, guys.
When I see
Lord.
him, I want to fight. It's like no.
Okay, so it's not Homelander. It's not Huey. Who is
It's
it?
not
Uh,
supernatural.
It's not
brother.
Supernatural. Who is
It's
it?
not supernatural. Okay.
It's Butch.
It is Chris Pine.
Chris Pine? Seriously?
Oh.
Yeah.
I actually know
Yeah.
who that is.
Chris Pine as Kelsey.
Oh, okay.
I see it.
Oh.
You know
Ah.
why? You want to know why?
Why?
Star Trek and Dungeons and Dragons.
Yes.
Ooh, I could see that. I could see that. That makes sense. Thinking about it.
Yeah.
I gotta give credit to Amy because she mentioned him, and I was like, "Oh fuck, you're right."
That's
I
a
was
good.
thinking about him in
Good.
I forgot what movie. The movie with Princess Diaries 2.
Oh my god.
That's where I know
Yeah.
him from.
My horse. Mia, my horse.
Yeah, my
But yeah,
I'm gonna give you
I-
full props for the Star Trek reference.
yeah, like no. This is exactly why I chose him because Star Trek. In the newest Star Trek movies, Captain Kirk's whole thing, or his character's whole thing, is that he looks like he's very just this like suave kind of sort of pretty charismatic guy who's kind of like a bit of I don't know, like very loose cannon, and then everyone's like, ugh, this guy, and then he ends up getting really good scores. He ends up breaking the simulation. Turns out he's actually very smart and very good at what he does. But he's also very hot-headed, and he kind of does very risky maneuvers that can put people at risk, like that put people in a lot of risk. So it's like, oh yeah, and he's also like the leader, of the Enterprise, of the USS Enterprise. So it's like he's the captain. Yeah, he's the captain. So it's like, oh, I needed someone who can play a leading man, and I did have one person in mind, but they had like a charismaticness, charisma to them, but it was more more smug and more like devious kind of.
Okay.
Yeah, so and that's why I struggled. But then I found Chris Pine, and then I was like, oh yes, this guy, because Star Trek. Yeah, like he's a very charismatic guy. He can lead. He can be the leading man in a movie, and then also in D&D, he can just his personality in there. He's very sort of kind of whimsical, very like quick-witted, and like, oh yeah, but he's also again the leader and the main character of the whole thing. And it's like, I just feel like Chris Pine could definitely pull off this very suave kind of feel, very like silly in the beginning, and then later on, halfway through, then he gets more serious, and he can definitely play a serious role because, and I'm gonna reference the movie Hell or High Water, which
that's right. He was in that movie.
yeah, and he is fucking great in that movie. He's like he like almost the complete opposite of what he is in Star Trek and Dungeons and Dragons. Barely talks, very just disheveled, and just like not even like he's a criminal in this one, and he's like smart too, and it's like it's a very very different role than what I would have expected, and he did super good in that movie. So he can definitely play like a serious role and a very charismatic, whimsical kind of role. So I think Chris Pine has to be Kelsier.
That's a really good
Nice.
pick. I like that one.
Yeah.
But can I interest you in Huey again?
Huey can be Spook. Spook. Tom Holland. I don't know.
Tom Holland.
Wait, actually,
Yeah.
Timothy Chalamet.
Tom Holland.
That's where we'll put him.
They don't even get the names. Wait, do you actually want to put Tom Holland as Spook?
Yeah, sure. That's a punishment.
Let's make him like not even centered.
And the quick to add text there.
Yeah. Rotate him a little bit, a little crooked.
No, like move squanch the image a bit.
Yes.
Squanch
Thank you, Johnny.
Squanch it.
How do you
Like,
squanch?
just drag from the middle of the frame.
Yeah, vertically instead of diagonally.
Oh, I see.
The other way.
Oh,
No, on the side.
The
on
bottom
the
one.
side.
The
The
bottom
lower
oh,
one.
this one.
Yeah, no.
Like that.
Yes. It's perfect.
Who do we think Lord Ruler is going to be?
Oh, I have no
Ooh.
clue. Jared Leto.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, what about Mads Mikkelsen?
We don't even know what this guy looks like.
Like Hannibal from Hannibal.
Oh
I
yeah,
can see that.
Mads. Oh yeah, so I guess other actors I had in mind for other characters. I had like Mads Mikkelsen for Marsh,
Good pick.
Oh.
I could see that
But-
actually.
yeah, but it's like no, because he just gives off evil.
True.
Yeah.
So yeah, I didn't have that. Who else did I have? I was thinking Idris Elba for Sazed, but I was like, nah, that seems too easy.
He's too silly. He's Knuckles.
Yeah, he's already.
Yeah.
Idris Elba for Knuckles. Dawson, I had like 3 different actors for him, but I couldn't figure it out. But then I got it. I think this was a better choice because a lot of the characters were like, I know a lot of these actors, but a lot of them are old. It's like, damn, I can't. How do I fit?
I think my favorite one is the Roger casting. I think that's like perfect.
It is.
Yedin. Spook.
I really liked your casting for Vin. It really made sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
she's played like a leading character in Alien Romulus. So it's like, oh yeah, she can definitely.
I didn't see that movie still.
Yeah, we need 2 leading characters. I feel like it's easy to just kind of go with some. Like I think I've seen online like some fan casts. Some people put the girl who plays X-23 in Logan
Oh yeah.
or Deadpool and Wolverine. I forget her name, but it's like yeah, but I've only seen her act as like when she's a child. And it's like I don't really know how good of an actress
Yeah.
she is. Meanwhile, I've seen Kaylee Spaney and she was really good in both Civil War and Alien Romulus.
Agreed. At least for Civil War, I need to see Alien.
Yeah, it's really good. So yeah, that's my fan cast.
I'm very impressed with this,
Really good.
Carlos. I knew you were the right person to
Yeah.
ask.
Yeah.
I like if I like post this online, you're gonna lose all credibility for this.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Can you email this to Brandon Sanderson?
I know, right?
Oh my god.
Brandon said, hear me out.
He's in chat right now.
He's our streamer.
Imagine.
That would be cool though if he was.
Mr. Sanderson, what do you think of my fan cast?
I think he'd give it 2 thumbs up.
Nice.
We have 2 viewers. It actually could be Sanderson. Well, this was an excellent book club and fan cast session. Carlos, thank you so much. You went above and beyond for this.
Yeah.
Thank you. No problem. You like hit the right notes. It was like, oh, fan cast, and it can't be Marvel characters. And I was like, shit, I gotta think about this. Like movies and all that. It's like, oh.
I'm kind of tempted to see the Marvel or joke cast.
Yeah.
I kind of have some actors actually.
All right, let's
Do
hear.
you think Millie Bobby Brown would be good for Vin?
I guess yeah. It's just I think about it. It's just so like. I don't know. I mean,
So
her
what?
being Stranger Things. It makes sense. Like,
I think of that. I don't remember what it's called. It's like that Netflix princess one she was in.
Oh yeah, where she's like dropped in a cave.
Yes, and she has to survive. Like that reminds me of Vin.
Ooh.
I have not seen the
That
movie. I
one.
have heard about it though.
Oh, I like that one. It's very intense. And it reminds me of Vin, like her survival. Yeah.
Well, excellent work on the cast, Carlos.
Yeah, like I think because I was joking with Amy, I was like, oh, like 'cause I thought about the show Community.
Oh,
And then I was like, oh my god, all the characters like Joel
Oh my
McHale
God.
is Kelsier,
Oh my god.
Abed is Breeze,
oh my
Troy
Oh
is
my-
Ham,
Oh my
Penny
god.
is Vin,
I
Oh
want
my
to see
God.
this.
Chang is the Lord Ruler.
Hang is the Lord Ruler,
Oh my god.
Oh my God.
Pierce is Clubs, and uh, Shelly is Sazed. And then Britta is like I don't know, Jeden or like Miss Wraith.
That's
Who
right.
did you put as the dean?
The dean. Oh, the dean is Dachshund.
Dachshund?
Nice.
Jeffrey.
Oh yeah, but then the other joke one. Oh, unironically, I think this could actually work. But it would for Breeze, Matt Berry.
Oh
He's
my god.
the guy from
Wait.
What We Do in the Shadows.
Matt
He's
Berry.
Oh.
Wait, which?
Laszlo. He's
Oh,
Laszlo in What We Do in
Laszlo.
the Shadows.
Bastard in New York City.
I unironically think he could do a really good Breeze.
He
Just
could.
especially that line of like, I have no idea what you just said.
Yeah.
Come now, darling. Fetch me a glass of wine. Yeah. I feel like you can do it. Ham would be The Rock, obviously. Clubs, Christopher Walken. And then Lord Renew, Danny DeVito.
Oh my God.
Oh god.
And the movie, the
Where are they
director,
going?
M. Night Shyamalan.
Oh boy.
Oh,
What the
man.
twist?
What the twist? Yeah. What would be the twist, Carlos?
The twist is he actually goes off script. He doesn't even follow the book anymore. He
Oh boy.
Would it be
This
the
is all
first
like a
time he
prequel.
did something like that?
Lord Ruler is the the audience.
Yeah.
Can you
The
imagine?
Lord Ruler is not even real. This is all simulation.
Oh boy.
Actually, the Lord Ruler is Kelsier from the future.
Oh.
Turns out humans created a time machine and all that bullshit.
Whoa.
Well, I think that's gonna conclude the stream. Thank you, Mr. Sanderson, for watching the stream, and everyone else who joined.
We're really gonna end it on spook.
Yes.
we are, yeah.
And squanched Tom Holland.
Of course
Yeah.
we are, dude. All right, we will see you all at our next book club meeting. Good night, chat.